So, Sean, when you And you're very welcome back to the athletic grounds here for the senior game between Ballymacnab and Crossmaglen Rangers. And of course, the place is absolutely bouncing here after that brilliant intermediate final. And of course, we have Brian McComb here from Ballymacnab, and we're going to talk to Brian in a minute. But I have to say, Brent, sorry, what I have to say here is, sad news coming out of Crossmaglen last night with the death of Paddy Kinlan. Paddy, a legendary Crossmaglen man. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Kinlan family, and of course a great friend of mine, Bosco Campbell from Mahra, who passed away and was buried there during the week. And then of course Malachy Collin as well, a great GA man, a great Armagh man. Three great men that have gone too soon from us here, and we're thinking about them here as the final of our senior championship comes around. But Brendan, what can we say here? Ballymacnab, we could be looking at a triple here this afternoon. Katie won the league and championship. St. Peter's won the league and championship. Ballymacnab won the league. Can they win the championship?
Well, look, there's only two teams left in it, and we're one of them. We're up against it. We know we're up against it. We're not up against even the Armagh favourites, but the Ulster favourites. So we know we're going to be up against it. But look, we're going into it confident that we can do ourselves proud, and we think we can win it.
And of course, that's what it's all about here. And when we look forward, we look around the team here. Of course, we see great names here, and of course, we have to give a special mention to, of course, Rory Grugan. Rory he was brilliant all year for Armagh. He led the team brilliantly all year. A lot of pressure on his shoulders here today.
There is. We feel that we would need our big players. When I say big players, I mean the Grugan brothers, Gavin McParland and Paul Megan. Them fellas, we need big games from them players. Them fellas didn't play particularly well in the semi-final, but it's a sign of a good team that when you're not playing particularly well, you're still getting over the line. So that would give us confidence that if we can get the most out of our players, that we'll not be far away today.
I suppose from a point of view, you need to be in the game at half time. Coming off the field at half time, you need to be thereabouts.
We would feel that the first 10 minutes is vital. Crossmaglen have down through the years, they've blitzed teams in the first 10 minutes. So we hope to be prepared for that onslaught.
And of course, you were telling me earlier on, you have friends watching, Peter Lockwood over in Calgary in Canada.
Peter in Calgary, a friend of mine, and he was over and saw us against Drummond, and he's gone back again, but he'll be tuned in and watching us.
Well, the beauty about Armagh TV is here, we have them in the cusp of our hand. We have them back in the ecclesiastical capital for the game. So Peter, I'm sure the Stampede has just been over there, the Calgary Stampede. The closest I got to Calgary was Edmonton back in the day. So lovely part of the world, and glad to have you on board here. I know you're back, it's probably early morning time for you over there, so enjoy the game here live on Armagh Linwood's TV. We bring you the game all the way around the world and back again. And of course, another man, a famous man from Ballymacnab. He played for the minors and he played for the under-16s way back in the 70s, and I'm just going to pick this up here. Sean McComb.
Sean McComb's in
Las Vegas. So Sean, he played for the NAB, and he lives in Brooks.
Of my own.
There you go. I bet you didn't know I was going to bring this up. He loves the GA here, and he loves watching the games on Armagh TV. And I have to say thanks to Anne Campbell, or Anne Loughlin, that's Vinny's husband from Katie, and he played for the NAB in the 1999 junior final when you won the junior final. Right, and now we're surrounded by Paul Hurdy. Paul Hurdy's just come in here, and he's about the size of 3 men. Height-wise, and he's very fit looking. He could probably play in goals here. He says he was available, but they wouldn't pick him. But we'll talk to Paul in a minute. So, your call for the game here today.
Look, if we win by a point, we'll be very, very happy going back up the Newtown Hamilton Road.
If Ballymacnab win by a point, the round tires will be cowped tonight. There's no doubt about that. So, Brenton, enjoy the game. Thanks a million for coming in. And now we're going to talk to Paul Hurdy. The other 2 men are shaking hands here. Now they give each other a shoulder here as they're going past. Brilliant. And our atmosphere is building here because we have a brilliant game, a brilliant afternoon here. Of course, at half time, we have the introduction of the 1968 Ulster Minor Champions Armagh, and then of course Joe Kerning being inducted into the Hall of Fame. He gets a special recognition. But here we have the legendary Paul Hurdy. Paul, you played a bit of football earlier on the year.
I was drafted in, I suppose, at the end of the year or the start of the year. I played 4 league games because 2 keepers got injured. I never got injured in 20 years, and 2 of them got injured at the one time. So
were you sort of hoping they were going to be injured today?
Not really. No. My team's come happy enough. Surely days like this you'd love to be out there playing, just as the competitive spirit in any player. But young boys have come in and done really well. Young Jamie's he's there, and he's done very well all year, and hopefully that continues today.
And of course, sad news coming out of Crossmaglen last night with the untimely death of Paddy. Lovely man.
Paddy used to be a neighbour of mine when I was growing up in Lismore Park in Crossmaglen, and condolences to the family, or sympathies to the Kennan family. It's very sad.
Every time I went to a match, you'd always come over, you'd always talk and chuck your hand, and it's very sad. But again, Crossmaglen come here today. The way they've played in the last couple of games, you seem to have got that swagger back.
Yeah, it looked. I suppose start of the year against Silverbridge, we had a very close game. It was only a point or two in at the start, and then the Madden game we went ahead, and then they pegged us back to a point. But then I think from that point on, the game against Clan Éireann and Cross, we put them to the sword early on. The Harps, the reigning champions, and we got them, and we done a good job there. And it's been a steady sort of improvement along each game. And then the Cullyhanna game here 2 weeks ago was a brilliant example of football and how it should be played, and we played really well that day. Took our scores and were very efficient up front, and of course it beggars well for today. Yeah,
and of course when we look through the team here, we're getting messages in all over the world here this evening, Paul, from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, England, Cullyhanna, Crossmaglen, Lurgan, back here to Armagh. So this game, not just the people is here, Armagh TV reaches out round the world and brings people together here for the games. Brilliant.
Yeah, a fantastic service has been provided here by Armagh TV over the last number of years. I have two brothers in New York. A big shout out to them. There's so many people from around New York and Boston, as you say, Abu Dhabi, Australia, everywhere in the world. It's a great service, so they have a chance to see the local games going on anywhere in the world. Just all you need is an internet connection. You're laughing.
Yeah, and of course, they say other stations don't show the games, but we do.
Yeah. A lot of chat recently about not enough coverage of our local games. There's probably 4,000 or 5,000 people here today, and at numerous venues around the province today. And it's a great job here that you pay a couple of £1 and you can watch this game anywhere in the world.
Of course, and it's brilliant, and it's great to have you here, Paul. I look around the team here and I see that Rian O'Neill in the semi-final was exceptional, and one of the young players. And then I asked Paddy the Bishop earlier on there, Paddy, is Oisin playing? And Paddy looked at him and he says, he might be. So not giving anything away.
Not giving anything away at the minute. No, Rian's an exceptional player. He's been fantastic, and he's steadily improved since he came on to the squad. He was coming on as a young minor with lots of hope, and he's done really, really well.
And of course, when we look at the Crossmaglen team, we see Aaron Kieran. He was magnificent in the semi-final. He was just like a Rolls Royce, just pouring up and down the line there, and he always just seems to know what to do.
Exactly, that's years of experience. He keeps himself in great nick. He's literally a professional footballer. He lives and dreams the stuff, and he trains very meticulously, and he knows his body, and he can tune himself to be ready for every game. And the last day of his dream to watch him was going up and down the field, dictating play, picking passes, making runs, getting the return. And he's he finished off a couple of free kicks and moves as well. He's a dream footballer, and every manager would love to have him.
No doubt about it. Well, Paul, listen, we're going to let you go back out because the teams are lining up to go around here. Paul, enjoy the game and enjoy the atmosphere here. May the best team win, and maybe we'll be chatting to you later on as the afternoon goes along. And don't forget, of course, Joe Kearney's been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and we're recognising him here at half time as well.
Yeah.
And the 1968 team, we're recognising them as well. So great buzz about the athletic grounds here this evening.
Yeah, great buzz, and and it's great to have the people from our own county we can bring here at half time, and the biggest day on the Armagh calendar, and just show our appreciation for all these people and what they've done for football in their own town and in the county as well.
And I was talking to the man out there, Michael Murphy. He played for Crenshaw. He went over to Manchester and he played for St Brenton's in Manchester, and then he played for Warwickshire, and he played against Armagh when Armagh won Division 3 way back in the mid-70s, so the link continues.
Yeah, it's a never-ending circle, and and that's the beauty of Gaelic games. You can go anywhere, you can join a club and play and be as evolved as you want and continue the sport of our great games.
Well, Paul, listen, enjoy this afternoon.
Not about it. Thank you very much.
So anyway, we're going to now talk to JJ here before the teams. JJ, call the teams out there before we go.
Yeah, we've just had a couple of changes on the cross team, but I go with the Ballymacnab round towers. Number 1, Sean Hughes. Number 2, Kieran Connolly. Ryan Kennedy's number 3, Rory Gribben. Number 4, Michael Bregan. Number 5, Paddy Crilly. Number 6, James Gray. Number 7, Paddy Grimmin. Number 8, Paul. Number 9 is Paul Megan. Kieran Hughes. Number 10, Oisin McGivern. Number 11, Ryan Waters. Number 12, Rory Grugan. 13, Jack Grugan. 14, and Gavin McParland. 15. And then, just quickly looking through the cross then. We're going to go through cross. Jamie McAvoy's number 1. There's changes there. Aidan Rush is off. 17. Rico Kelly's on. Aidan Farley, number 3. Number 21 comes in for number 4. That's Kieran Carr. Number 5, Aaron Kieran. Number 6, James Morgan. 7, Paul Hughes. 8, Stephen Morris. 9, Oisin O'Neill. Number 10, Johnny McKeever. Ryan O'Neill's number 11. Number 12, Padraig Studdard. Number 12, Michael McCabe's been replaced by Michael McNamee. 25 comes in for number 14. That's Johnny Hanratty. And number 15 is Kyle Carr. And the teams are just walking across towards the stand. Yeah, we're getting very close to throw in here in the athletic grounds where, well, Ballymacnab Brown Tires will be taking on the Dale men from Crossmaglen. They would put whiskey in your tea. But here this afternoon, they're going to be playing football here, of course. And what can you say, JJ? Cracking game of football, I have to say. A special shout out to Cahill McNeese and Deborah, also Dom Rosie, Shane and Sharina, Shauna and Max, all watching live from Brisbane in Australia. Wishing Paddy Crilly and Ballymacnab good luck up the knob. So all the Ballymacnab people around the world, all the way over in Brisbane. I'm sure it's a lovely, lovely day or night. I'm not sure where it is today or tonight or tomorrow over there, but you're very welcome here to live Linwood's Armagh TV, where we're getting very close to the throw in here. The referees and the linesmen are out in the field there, getting ready. The game is starting to build here. The atmosphere, well, we have a huge crowd in here in the athletic grounds this afternoon. The shed over there on the far side is fairly packed. The sun is gone behind the clouds. A brilliant game, a brilliant day for football, and looking forward to a cracking game of football. I look out to see the Ballymacnab men walking around there. They don't seem too frazzled here by the atmosphere or the occasion. They've already won the league. And of course, they're led by St Patrick's accordion band, which is great. The crowd applauds, the people get up with their phones taken. And there's Rory Grugan and Jack Grugan at the end there. And we have to say, looking forward to a cracking game of football. Oh yes, they've been after that warm-up from St Peter's against Mullabone. The two teams break. Crossmaglen have taken down towards the Cathedral end, so that's going to be obviously where they're defending. And Ballymacnab on the left up towards the Dalton end. There's text coming in, there's bigs and bangs, so we're going to have Aaron on a vein now.
Rangers, Patrick Bosco, former chairman of Mahari, Sean McDermott, Joe Murphy, a winning championship captain of St Columkill Grange, and Terry McNeese of Annapore Pierces, who passed away recently. Yesh Lavje Goroananaha Ursha. Anagin Marshasu Karja Pahanya Oran Nascent and the Heron, Oran the Vian, or the Kildoon in you, Kira Madlenan, O Fierce Yoga, Arwaha.
We would
Well, the band leaves the field. Ballymacnab are in the circle, Cross are in the huddle, so we're looking forward to a cracking game of football here. The finale of the Armagh Championship season is about to commence. Can Ballymacnab, they've won the league, can they win the championship? All the other teams that won the championship in Armagh this year won the league as well, so could there be a triple here this afternoon? Well, we know very, very shortly, in an hour and a half's time, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've had great exciting matches from both Ballymacnab and Crossmaglen up to this point, so we're hoping that it'll be able to fulfil what it's billed as. Ballymacnab men all round, the spectators all wanting, all thinking a point might win it, everybody's saying a point might win it, but
well, if
Rian O'Neill might have something to say about that.
If you're a point ahead at the end, you definitely win it, that's for sure, there's no doubt about that. And of course, you might read about this in the local press this week, but you get it live here on Armagh TV in the next hour and a half here, from Calgary to Australia to Ireland to England and further afield, even to the guys up there in the old station that flies around the world. They might even be tuned in because they have the ability to do that, and why wouldn't they?
Yeah, 4 changes to the Cross team here, and they're just lining out in the middle looking at number 25.
Well, them changes. Johnny Hanratty, and I have to say, Johnny Hanratty's quote in the semi-finals, got by Stevie Malone, has to be the quote of the year. One of the classic quotes. The game is on. Hardy throws the ball up in the middle of the field, and Crossmaglen gather the ball up, and the ball is along the ground here. 2-3 players after the ball. Ball spills out. The referee says that's a free for Crossmaglen. Aaron Kernan puts a lovely ball in towards the full forward, but out comes the rear guard from Ballymacnab. The full foot back there comes out with the ball. Kennedy pushing out in the far side. So Ballymacnab are playing towards the Dalton Road end here in the athletic grounds. Ballymacnab, the famous team from the round tires up there in the Newtown Road, not that far from Armagh City. A chance here. Gregan gets after that ball. He's on the ground now. He tries to get up. Goes past, trying to go past. Shoves his man out of the road. Tackles coming in. Puts it up in the air and puts it over the bar. As Gavin McParland. Sorry, it's gone to the right and wide. We thought it was over the bar. Gavin McParland fought hard for that one. Got the ball up and put it just slightly to the right and wide.
Yeah, big strong lad there. He stood up 3 or 4 tackles. The young keeper from Jamie McAvoy from Crossmaglen looking to put this long.
Yeah, the ball is kicked long down towards the middle. Ball's broken out off the shoulder of one man. Picked up there. Crossmaglen coming forward all the way down here, and this time Crossmaglen down the line here, pushing it all the way down there. The wing half forward, Johnny McKeever, young McKeever, gets it into Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill goes in the outside, checks one way, puts it up, puts it across the goals, and the ball goes out, and it's still in play, but the umpire says the ball has gone wide. So both teams had a chance there, and both teams put it wide.
Yeah, great passing down from Crossmaglen just into Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill played it low across 2 balls on the pitch again, so the referees signalled please to move that out. We're just moving a few wires. There's number 2 going back for it.
So the ball, yeah. If you want to stop a game, throw another ball in the field. That's the story here. So this time Hughes gathers this one out, puts it into the space. A chance here for the centre half back. The centre half back, Crilly, Potty picks that up, gives the ball back inside to, well, there's a little bit of a tug on the jersey. The referee says that's a free, and there was a free there, so the ball's kicked long. Gregan comes out, the ball spills off his shoulder, picked up there by the wing half back. Began going forward, puts it into Gregan. Gregan passes the ball inside here, chance for the midfielder Gribben going forward, pushing the ball back in the centre 3 quarters. McGivern's going forward, puts it up in the air, strikes it, and the first score of the afternoon goes on the boot of Oisín McGivern.
Yeah, great work there from Crossmaglen, coming right from the kick out there, but the 2 men were strong in their passing, but Cross need to get a bit tighter. Yeah,
so the ball comes out again. The goalkeeper puts it out very, very quickly, away over on the far side. Crossmaglen on the attack from the half back line, pushing the ball all the way down. Man on his own out here, gathers it up. There's not a man within a hand's goal seen near him. Crossmaglen going forward down the field. A chance here for Crossmaglen to get the first score of the afternoon. Puts it up in the air and he puts it over the bar, and that was an easy from young Paddy Stutter, a great footballer. We had him at the under 14 development squad way back, and Paddy opens the scoring for Crossmaglen, 1 point apiece. And now we wait for the goalkeeper Sean Hughes to kick this ball out. The referee's just saying let's get the game going here. 2 balls in the field again. The ball's been thrown in from behind, so Hughes takes his time, pushes it out away on the far side. This time Hanratty comes out for this. I have to say Johnny Hanratty looks as fit now as he did 10 years ago. He's looking fitter now, that's for sure, but this time the ball spills out on the far side. The man pushed out over the line. It's a line ball for Ballymacnab, and this game is getting very, very tight here. Big crowd here in the athletic grounds. The stewards in front of us here are telling people to go here, go there and go everywhere, but you can't get in here, and that's the name. big crowd. Ballymacnab coming up the middle of the field with the ball, away over on the far side. A chance here for the midfielder. Gribben coming up the field with the ball, pushing it all the way back this time to Began gathers it up across the field. Back to Rory Grugan. Rory Grugan goes one way. The captain, big game needed from this young man here this evening. A brilliant game for Armagh this year. Rory Grugan hand to toe. McParland gets the ball. Two county men interlinked there. Gavin McParland, great footballer. Away on the outside. He's been followed by Rico Kelly. McParland puts this one up in the air. That's a high ball. It's coming down. It's dropping into space. Jack Grugan goes after that one, trying to get his hands on that one. Ball spills out. And this time the corner man for Ballymacnab is Rory. So a chance here. And the ball is up in the air. And Jack Grugan puts that one over the bar. Great score. It was knocked down by Rory Grugan. He's wearing number 4. He's not playing in the full forward position, so he's definitely not playing corner back here this evening. Ball's kicked out very, very quickly here by McAvoy. McAvoy picks out his midfielder. His midfielder that time is Stephen Morris. Stephen Morris pushes it down a little bit there. The ball breaks into space here. Ballymacnab should be able to gather that ball up. Ballymacnab ahead 2-1 here in the 5th minute of the game here. Back into the midfielder, pushing across the field. The corner back all the way across to the far side. Ballymacnab going forward. A little bit of interplay here by Ballymacnab. Big midfielder driving forward. Megan going forward with the ball. There's a man inside now. If he gets the pass, puts the pass inside now. The referee says advantage, and it's a free straight in front of the goals here in the Dalton Road end. And this time Paul Megan was fouled there, and this ball should be dispatched over the bar. The score 2-1 in favour of the men from Ballymacnab. 5 minutes gone.
Yeah, they moved that ball up well through the field there. Rory Grugan involved in it at the very back, but moved it into Paul Megan. Again, big lads there. Number 13, Rory Grugan, setting himself up to take this, and Oliver Hardy on the play.
Yeah, and Rory's taking this one. So we did say earlier on that Ballymacnab's big players need to stand up and be counted here early in the game, and that's exactly what they're doing here in the early stages of the game. So Ballymacnab round tires 2-1. Can this be 3-1? They're playing with a slight breeze here as it blows towards the Dalton Road end here. The Athletic Grounds holds its breath waiting for this ball to be put up in the air, and the ball is up and the ball is over the bar, and that's a great score for Rory Grugan.
Yeah, he set himself up there in his usual style there. Didn't seem to be under pressure. The cross keeper looking to play that long, plays it long now.
Yeah, so the keeper, he wastes no time getting the ball out towards the midfield. The ball's broken down here. Ball, well, it's been intercepted here. He's been pushed out, and that's a line ball there. That's a line ball for Crossmaglen. Tried to get the ball away there, but he was pushed out. Aaron Curran comes in, the evergreen Aaron Curran, 34 years of age. He's playing like a 24-year-old here in the county final. He was brilliant in the semi-final. So the ball goes all the way back to Aaron Curran. Aaron Curran gathers this ball up. He's looking. He's always looking. He's always got the head up looking for the pass. The pass comes inside now. A chance here. Ball comes back into the midfielder. The midfielder this time is Stephen Morris. Stephen Morris gives the pass back into James Morgan. Great to see James Morgan back playing for Crossmaglen. The ball is pushed in long, and again the ball is broken down. Ballymacnab repelled that attack. Out comes the wing half back. Began coming out with the ball away over on the far side towards the shed end here, as we like to call it here in the Athletic Grounds. As we look out, ball is in with Rory Grugan. Rory Grugan's coming looking for the ball. Every time this man has the ball in hand, he just looks absolute class. Down towards the full forward. A chance here, and he spins one way. Man on the outside, but he can't get torn. He's looking for the runner. The runner comes now, the midfielder. Began back to Grugan, puts it up in the air, takes a shot, a goal! What a shot! What a shot there by Jack Grugan! What a goal! I thought it was just 2. What a goal! You get the replay here as we look out. What a score from Jack Grugan! Absolute screamer. As we look up, here it goes again. Look at this for a shot. Grugan strikes his ball. Oh, what a goal! It's even better second time around. Ball goes away on the far side. A chance here. Crossmaglen. Well, the goal was scored 1-3 to 1 point. Who would have thought this early in the game? Crossmaglen coming down the field with Morgan. Chance here. Referee says that's a free. So ball comes back to James Morgan now. James Morgan gives it into the wing half forward. Wing half start. Johnny McKeever. Johnny McKeever beats 2 men going forward. It's opened up from. There's a man on the outside. He's calling for it, but McKeever hits this one, and that's a great score from the boot of Johnny McKeever. Great strike and a great score.
Yeah, a great score from Johnny McKeever. But as I say, Jack Grugan just buried that one. But the ball's back in play. Now the keeper's looking to play it short. Ballymacnab trying to lose their man, trying to make sure there's some space for him. Keeper's taking his time. He's going to put this one long.
Yeah, it comes long down, but this time, again, Crossmaglen man gathers that one, driving forward. Again, there's a man on the inside. Inside now. Can we get another score here from Crossmaglen? It's up in the air, and it's over the bar in just less than a minute. Crossmaglen have scored 2. Kyle Carher slips that one over the bar, and quick response from Crossmaglen.
Yeah, great catch there, great fielding there from Stephen Morris in the middle of the park. Played that ball straight on to Kyle Carher. Kyle Carher did the rest. He didn't seem to be under any pressure from the man marking on Ballymacnab. Maybe it was just that quick back.
Well, he couldn't catch him, that's for sure. So the ball's gone over the bar. There's 3 points for Crossmaglen. 1-3 to 3 points. Cracking game. The referee says get on with the game here. Hughes takes his time, kicking it out, but again the Crossmaglen man standing on his own, and he gathers that ball up without any bother. And again Stephen Morris is lording the midfield here. A chance here. There's a runner coming now, and the ball is up in the air, and the ball is over the bar. And of course that's Kyle Carher again. I don't know what age Kyle Carher is, but he's absolutely on fire here this evening. He's been playing for Crossmaglen a long time.
Yeah, Stephen Morris again fielded that ball straight into Kyle Carher. Kyle Carher over the bar. Two great scores from both Kyle Carher and great work from Stephen Morris.
So that's 4 points to 1-3. Crossmaglen have responded brilliantly to the goal that was scored by Jack Grugan a couple of minutes ago. The midfield, well, Oliver Hurdy stretching. As Oliver Hurdy under pressure here running the field, he was stretching his legs there. The ball is kicked long by Hughes away out in the far side, and that should be a mark for Ballymacnab. The wing half back picks that one up. Michael Began puts it back inside to Paul Megan. Megan pushes it across to the centre half back. Crilly. Crilly pushes it all the way across here, this time to the corner man. Gribben gets the ball, and he's under pressure here. He's been put under a lot of pressure, but he spills the ball all the way back inside, this time to Oisin McGivern. Oisin McGivern's looking long high ball towards the big man, the full forward. He breaks the ball down, but the runner wasn't there, and this time Crossmaglen come out with the ball all the way out. Crossmaglen just dealing with that very easily. Crossmaglen driving down the field here. Ball is kicked long by Oisin O'Neill. Oisin O'Neill gets the ball into that Johnny Hanratty. Johnny Hanratty 1-2. Another chance here. Ball going forward. Hits the ball. What a save by the goalkeeper. But another chance for Crossmaglen. It's up in the air, and the ball could have been over the bar. Kyle Carher in the right place. That could have been a goal.
Yeah, Paddy Thorgan, no joy there. Just great save from the keeper. But again, into those matches, it's great to see end-to-end stuff here.
Almost had a goal there, but a great save by the goalkeeper Hughes. Ball comes out. Ballymacnab driving up the field here with the ball. They've picked up the ball in the middle of the field, going forward. Ballymacnab round tires. Corner man's waiting on the pass here. Midfielder driving forward. Gribben. There's a man on the outside. Goes to the corner man now. Conley. But Conley's knocked to the ground. Referee says that's a free. Ballymacnab men aren't happy with that decision, but it's a free. And Aaron Kernan was fouled there by the looks of things. 11 minutes almost gone, and what a cracking game. 1-3 to 5 points. There's only a point between them. Crossmaglen, the kingpins from South Armagh, taking on the men from Mid Armagh, the men from the round tired Ballymacnab. There's people watching in Vegas and Australia and all over the world this afternoon here in this eagerly awaited championship final. Johnny Hanratty gathers the ball up, kicks it long, and this time the ball spills out, but out comes the cover. But O'Neill gathers that one up, offloads the pass. A chance here, stroke long. A chance here, coming short, picked up, and then the ball breaks out. Well, that could have been another score there, but the tackling coming in is ferocious down there in the full forward division. But well done to the rear guard from Ballymacnab. They're coming up, they're standing tall. The Ballymacnab men coming out with the ball all the way. The referee says get on with the game here. So Ballymacnab are ahead by 1. Out comes Grugan looking for the ball, but this time midfielder holding on to it. Paul Megan, he's down below us here. He pushed the ball back. There's 2 men on the far side all the way across, and there's a man away on the far side, centre 3/4. McGivern pushes the ball away out on the right hand side. That time it's over with Michael Began pushing it towards the full forward line. A chance here for Jack Gribben to get a score on the board. Spins round, puts this one up in the air, and that goes over the bar. That's an exceptionally brilliant score there. What a score from a very tight angle, and Jack Gribben just sticks that one over the Grugan puts that over the bar. Goalkeeper gets this out. They don't waste time here. Get the ball out very quickly. Aaron Kernan holding on to the ball, checks one way, goes past his man, holding on to the ball, looking up, gives the ball into James Morgan. James Morgan going forward with the ball. James Morgan, great to see him back, offloads that pass here to, is that Morris or O'Neill? That's O'Neill going forward. This time O'Neill hits from the outside of the foot, and that's a lovely strike of a ball from Oisin O'Neill, and he just hit with that with the outside of the foot. The ball just curled lovely and over the bar.
Yeah, any young fella looking to play football or take a score like that, that's the way to take it. Oisin Neal not under pressure at all. Quickly out by the Nagab keeper.
Yeah, so the goalkeepers aren't wasting any time here this afternoon, getting value for money, that's for sure. Ball kicked out very, very quickly. Crossmaglen have put the high press on Ballymacnab. Ballymacnab coming out, goalkeeper with the ball out past the 21. He's running back towards the goals now. The ball comes back out this time to Paddy Crilly. Crilly looks round. Where's the support? The support's coming now. Support's picked up by the full back, pushing it forward into space. And this time Ballymacnab, McParland coming out with the ball, looking, pushing this man out of the road, hand to toe. He's getting very close to the line. He's still inside the play. He hasn't gone out. Tackle's coming in. Ball's coming along. The referee says that's a free. Didn't see McParland doing any wrong there. He was holding on to the ball. He was playing the ball. Referee says that's a free. So he moves the ball. Ali Hardy from Bleak, man in the middle. This time, Crossmaglen, Johnny McKeever. He's already got a point and he's looking for O'Neill. O'Neill goes one way, comes back out to the wing half forward. Hughes pushing inside to Hanratty. Johnny Hanratty goes one way, goes the other, puts it up in the air, and it goes over the bar. Johnny Hanratty, well, Johnny, he might be good at doing interviews, but he's absolutely good at taking points.
Yeah, there's plenty of curl in that one. It just went in at the side of the magnetic draw of that post game, and you haven't got a mention of it today, but I thought I'd throw it in there.
No, the magnetic pull of the hill there, the post there, the goalkeeper's down. Is this a little bit of game management here, slowing the game down, taking the sting out of the Crossmaglen attack here? It's all square, believe it or not. 1-4 to 7 points, almost 15 minutes gone in the first half of this Cormaglen sponsored championship game between Crossmaglen and Ballymacnab, brought to you in association with Linwood's Armagh TV here this afternoon, the second game in our Sunday afternoon of live Gaelic games. So the referee walks in, the physio comes out, the other ball comes out. This time the referee goes in and the referee takes a little drink of water too. So everybody seems to be good to go here.
Yeah, seems to be getting a bit of attention to his neck there. Might have just strained himself.
And of course, don't forget, at half time we introduced the Armagh team of 68, the minor team that won the Ulster Championship in 1968. Way back in 1968, the famous Armagh minor team, and I was talking to a couple of the men outside there that day, and they're just delighted to be back talking and meeting up once more. Brilliant initiative by the Armagh County Board. Hughes kicks this ball long, down. Kernan comes up, ball breaks in. Morgan comes in, but Morgan was sort of half sleeping there. Ball is picked up, there's a runner coming now. Tackle's coming in, the referee says that's a free, and this time, well, it's getting very testy in there. Grugan and Kernan were getting very close and personal. Grugan kicks that one, but the ball is picked up. A chance here for Ballymacnab. There's a runner coming now. McParland calls for this ball. A chance. Will he take the shot? Oh, could this be another goal here? But the ball was pushed out. And could that be a penalty? You know, the referee says play on. But I would say McParland probably should have pulled the trigger there. He was in a better position. He should have took the shot. But Ballymacnab didn't. And this allows Crossmaglen to go forward. Ball is kicked long. No messing about here. No sweepers or anything. Ball is kicked long. Crossmaglen get the ball down towards the forwards. Ballymacnab trying to do the same. So Crossmaglen 7 points. Ballymacnab 1-4. It's all square. A chance here. The ball comes in over the top. Hughes comes out. Hughes checks one way. He's been pulled, but he gets the pass away. The ball comes all the way out here. Ballymacnab coming out with the ball all the way up the field here. Waters coming out with the ball. Of course, Ryan Waters, father, does a bit of refereeing as well. The ball comes back into Gribben. Gribben pushes it back out to the wing half, or this Paddy Crilly, the centre half back. Paddy Crilly pushes it down. A chance here for Ballymacnab to go forward. McParland hits this one. Oh, and it just goes to the right and wide. He probably could have took that a wee bit closer to the goals and maybe had a better chance, but it goes to the right and wide.
Yeah, we just noticed a couple of things there when Ballymacnab were trying to get that ball out. It looked as if the old full court press came on there from Crossmaglen. That had to go back to the keeper twice for him to get rid of it. But as I say, Aaron Kieran's doing a great amount of work in the middle of the pitch. Plenty standing off, plenty of encouragement, and he just seems to be, I think, just Crossmaglen are getting the hang of this game, even though the scores are level at the moment.
Yeah, well, it's starting off to be a good game. Paddy Stutter gathers that ball up, pushed it away on the far side. Crossmaglen coming down the left hand side towards the cathedral end here with looking for the runner. The runner comes now over on the far side. There's a man on the inside if this ball comes, but Crossmaglen get a little bit of a tug. The referee says that's a pull, and this will be an easy enough chance for Crossmaglen to get this ball over the bar to take the lead.
Yeah, I think that was easy enough foul for Paddy Studdard, but I think if he's going to take it, he's already scored 2 so far. But Crossmaglen just seemed to be a wee bit more in control, but as quick breaks from Gavin McParland there, just fantastic movement off the ball as well.
But he should have scored. That's the difference. He should have scored. He had the chance, but he tried to pass it, and he would have been better taking the chance. A point would have been a good score at that stage. The sun just comes out across the far side, and now this allows Crossmaglen. O'Neill. So O'Neill takes the chance, puts it up in the air. and puts it wide. Well, I was going to say that would be an easy enough score. The sun has come out. The sun is coming straight into our eyes here in the press box here as we look out. But it's not too bad. So Sean Hughes, the goalkeeper from Ballymacnab, puts it out this time all the way out into space, and this time it's picked up by Johnny Hanratty, but he drops the ball. Big hit coming in here for Kiernan, but well, Paddy Crilly holds on to the ball, gives the ball this time out to Ryan Waters. Ryan Waters going forward, there's nobody with him, puts it up. Well, I think he was in two minds there to do. Oh, well, this could be well, there could be a card here. So Aaron Kiernan gets a hit, so the referee the referee's walking towards the Ballymacnab man. So Paul Megan, could this be a yellow card or a red card or whatever sort of a card? The referee's taking his time, he's thinking about this. The midfielder from Ballymacnab is holding his breath. It was probably a rash tackle more than anything intentional. Yellow card, fair enough. I think the yellow card was fair enough there.
Aaron Kearns batting with his feet anyway, sort of hands up above his head. He took a big hit there, but again, that man's well used to it.
Well, so Aaron Kearns is well capable of getting rid of a tackle like that and playing on. So it's with Rico Kelly. 4 to 7 points. It's all square. 19 minutes gone here. Ball comes into space here. Crossmaglen coming up the field. Midfielder. Stephen Morris. Stephen Morris gives it across to James Morgan. James Morgan checks inside. Back to Morris. Morgan's going looking for the return pass. He gets it now. James Morgan, he travelled the world earlier on there. The ball comes out to Paddy Stutter. Paddy, great young footballer from Crossmaglen, all the way back to the midfielder. Morris pushed it all the way back this time to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes hangs on to the ball, gives a pass across to Kiernan. Kiernan gives the pass inside. Hughes gets the return pass, driving forward. He'll take the shot, but no, he holds on to the ball, gives it out on the far side, but that's a poor enough pass. But it picks up the man on the far side, sliding tackler. Referee says play on. Crossmaglen still got their hands on the ball away over on the far side. A chance here for, well, the push. The referee says no free to Ballymacnab. Ran round the Crossmaglen man with the ball. The referee says that's a free out. Great bit of defending there by Ballymacnab over on the far side. So it's all square here in 20 minutes off the game. 4 to 7 points. And we look out, the ball comes all the way back to Sean Hughes, the goalkeeper from the Round Towers. Pushed it all the way out to the corner man. This time Ballymacnab coming. There's a man on the outside here. Gribben. Fullbacks going forward. Kennedy, well, he nearly lost that one. He could be getting blown up for over carrying the ball, but he still has control of the ball. Gives the pass away along the line, the far side. Little bit of a push there, but that man comes out with the ball. Brilliant footballer he is. This time, Ballymacnab, there's a man behind him. Rory Gribben's looking for the ball, but he holds on to the ball. The midfielder looking for somebody. There's nobody moving, so he just pushes it all the way down into the corner. And again, there's a bit of a tussle there between the full back and the full forward. They're enjoying their atmosphere down there. Or the corner man, McParland and Rico Kelly getting very close. The linesman's looking to see was he going to encroach the line. This time back to the midfielder going forward. This time can Ballymacnab, well, he's going round one way, he's going round, he gives it back to McParland. McParland hits this with the outside of the left foot. What a strike from the boot of Gavin McParland. Super score. That puts Ballymacnab 1 point ahead. 21 minutes and 20 seconds gone here in the first half.
Yeah, I think the round we move there. It was a great score from Gavin McParland. The cross keeper really looking to be.
Yeah, look at this replay. Look at the strike. Look at them. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. The ball comes out. Crossmaglen take the short kick this time away over on the far side, trying to get the ball down the field. There's 1 point in the game here. Crossmaglen down by a point. Ball given away. This time it's been intercepted by Michael Began. Began goes forward. A chance for Ballymacnab. Kicking the high ball away over towards the big man. Jack gathers that up, looking for the runner coming now, but he's going to take the shot, puts it up in the air, hits it from distance, and it goes over the bar. What a score there from the boot of Jack Grugan. Superb score. Crossmaglen down by 2. Aaron Kiernan picks that ball up, going forward, pushing it into Paddy Stutter. Paddy Stutter looks round. Who wants the ball? There's nobody coming running for him. He's been tackled by 2 Ballymacnab men. He's been held there. Paddy a wee bit lucky to get that free. So the ball goes back to Aaron Kiernan. Aaron Kiernan is looking for the runner here. Pushing it all the way across. O'Neill gives the pass away out on the far side. It is opened up now for Crossmaglen over on the far side, going forward. There's a man on the inside, but Hughes strikes and puts that one up and puts it to the left and wide.
Yeah, a bit of a waste there from Paul Hughes, but well set up. Crossmaglen seem to be coming nice and strong, but as I say, Ballymacnab are always within it. Gavin McParland's such a man whenever he gets the ball. We don't know where he's going to go for a point or a goal, but he's just been great so far. And Jack Grugan, again, the man scored 3 points and a goal.
There's no doubt about it here this afternoon. This game has definitely ratcheted up. It's surpassing everybody's expectation at this early stage of the half here. We're into the third period of the first half. But what a catch there by O'Neill going forward. He looks up, he checks inside. There's a man on the outside, puts it on the outside now. And this time it's put up and it's gone over the bar. And that looks to be Johnny Hanratty.
Yeah, great score from Johnny Hanratty.
Second score. Also, so 1-6 to 8 points. Here, 23 minutes and 20 seconds gone. Well, I suppose the long distance point taken here is a joy to watch. There's none of this negative football that you see all around the country. And of course, if you're watching this game, you're very welcome to our live coverage. Oh, a chance here. Crossmaglen picked that one up. Michael McNamee, he's been fairly quiet in this game. The referee's playing a little bit of advantage here. Morris puts this one up. Well, Morris hit that one. He was trying to get a little bit of a shove there. A chance here. Referee, well, if I could spot that from here, Ollie Hurdy was a lot closer, and that's a free for Ballymacnab. Again, the ball comes back into Paddy Crilly. Paddy Crilly comes up. There's two Crossmaglen men converging on Crilly. Crilly takes a lot of steps, but he's still got his hands on the ball. Pushed it long towards, well, a little bit of holing up here, and that should have been a free there. But again, there's an overlap here. A chance here for Waters. Hit by the outside of the foot. And what a score there from the boot of Kieran Hughes.
Yeah, great score from Kieran there. Just took his time. Didn't look as if he'd overhit it, but just nailed right over the crossbar. Just quickly looking at the stats, I'm just looking at the kickouts. The kickouts are 1-for-1, Crossmaglen and Ballymacnab.
And the ball's kicked out. Crossmaglen take the mark to get on with the game way over on the far side. Again, Kiernan coming, looking for the return pass, going forward with the ball, looking, nobody moving, so he holds on to the ball, puts it all the way back here across to Carr, all the way down into the corner. A chance here. So the ball comes into the corner. There's a runner coming now. The runner comes this time. Johnny McKeever. Johnny McKeever hits that one off the post and to the right and wide. And Johnny McKeever, he hits the ball just absolutely lovely. And the width of the post put it to the wrong side. And I like the way this man kicks the ball. Johnny McKeever.
Yeah, 25 minutes gone. Score 178 points in favour of Ballymacnab.
Well, it's very, very tight here. I suppose both these teams, they want to be in the game at half time, and that's the important thing. So Hughes dinks this one in over the top. Great bit of running there. And Ballymacnab, well, they seem to be doing everything right at this stage of the game. The men from, so Crilly gathers the ball up, pushing it all the way back. This time, wing half forward. Waters coming forward all the way across the other side. Gets the return pass into the midfielder. Gribben going forward, putting it down in towards big man in the middle of the full forward. Jack and Gribben. Jack turns around. What a strike from the boot of Jack. Oh, the long distance shooting here is fantastic here this afternoon. It's an absolute joy to see. It's just fantastic to watch, and it's a joy to just be able to bring this to you. Skill factor of these players, phenomenal. The ball goes away to the far side, bounces off the sod. This time it's picked up by O'Neill. O'Neill going forward down the left hand side, hand to toe with the ball. Looking for the runner now. The runner comes now, Stutter going forward. Gets the pass inside here. A chance here for Crossmaglen to get another score on the board here. Rian O'Neill pushes the ball back. And a chance here going forward. Great bit of tackling. The ball is up in the air. And this time the ball goes over the bar. And again, that's from Oisin O'Neill. So the scoring, JJ, is fantastic here. The kick scoring.
5-star, Damon, has to be said. 5-star scoring from both teams. Again, the knob keeper not as quick as the cross keeper to get the ball in the back end of play. Sort of playing a wee bit short. The cross player doesn't even take a minute. He's just straight out again.
Well, obviously he's waiting for the team to set up, and they need to hurry up. The referee was thinking of going to throw the ball up, but again, a little rash kick here. It gives the ball out, and of course, Johnny Hanratty. Oh, lovely ball in towards the full forward line. Ball breaks down. A chance here, and this time, well, the hand came in and just stole that ball away, and Ballymacnab lived to fight, out to come with the ball. And I suppose that's what they have to do. It's with Megan. Megan's coming out, pushing the ball away out on the far side. Back in Crilly. Rory kicks this one long, but this time the ball's gone short. And the referee has indicated there was a wee bit of a hold there. Rico Kelly was holding. So this time this should be dispatched over the bar by Rory Grugan. So Ballymacnab, well, they're in the game at half time. There's no doubt about that. 1-8 to 9 points here 27 minutes and 26 seconds gone in the first half. This game has surpassed all expectations at this stage of the competition. No question about it. Crossmaglen, the Kingpins, Ballymacnab. Well, I'm not even sure if they ever won the senior championship. They've never won the championship, but they're in with a shout. The triple is still on here in Armagh this evening. Well, that's 3 triples, not 2. Katie won the intermediate or the junior championship and league. St. Peter's won the same in the intermediate, 2 minutes of additional time, and Ballymacnab won the league, and Grugan puts that one over the bar.
Yeah, they're really not under pressure, but the two teams are just playing 50-50 right up with each other there. The keeper has that ball away again for Crossmaglen into that man in the middle, Rian O'Neill.
Oh, and this time Kernan's going forward with the ball. There's 7,132 souls in the athletic grounds here this evening, not counting the ones that are watching. Hanratty offloads that pass, puts up in the air. Is it gone over the bar? It is. It's gone over the bar. And of course, who puts it over the bar when you need him? Aaron Kernan.
Yeah, it's great work there, as I say, from Johnny Hanratty and Aaron Kernan. They just seemed to know each other. He didn't even turn around. He just knew he was coming in position, so he must have let a shout out of him. But great scoring. Yeah, the Ballymacnab keeper just...
Yeah, he's taking his time. He's looking for the runners to come, and the runner comes on the far side. The corner back push. The check coming inside now. He's on the ground. He's been nailed on top of, and this time trying to get the ball. 2-3 players coming in over on the far side. The ball goes out. That's a line ball for Crossmaglen. Ballymacnab put themselves under a wee bit of pressure. They didn't need to be doing it. The ball comes in over the top. A chance here for Crossmaglen to get another score. Back in, Hughes is looking for it, and this time it's put up and it's put over the bar. And that's like Johnny Hanratty. And Johnny Hanratty has scored 3 points by my reckoning here. 29 minutes and 13 seconds gone.
Yeah, great shout. And Kyle Gallagher was crying out for that ball as well, but it just came into the hands of Johnny Hanratty, put it over the bar. Brilliant scoring. 1-9 to 11 points in favour.
Johnny Hanratty is playing like a man 10 years younger than he is, and he's enjoying his football. This time the ball comes out, and underneath us here, ball breaks in, but it's picked up there by Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes goes forward. There's a man on the inside, on the outside. It should come to him now, but Hughes, well, he takes that one. That's his second bad shot. He would have been better slipping that ball to the right because there was a man on the overlap, and that probably would have been a score.
Yeah, it should have been Damon. It should have just sent Ballymacnab 1 point in front with 29 minutes gone. Coming into 30 minutes, we're just waiting for the extra time. I don't know if we've got that yet or not. Didn't see anything handled up, but there's a Ballymacnab man waiting for a ball this time instead of
yeah, well, he seems just a wee bit of game management here. There's no question about that.
But I think Ballymacnab would be comfortable enough going in.
Well, they're ahead at 30 minutes, and there was 2 minutes additional time called, so 1-9 to 11 points. The men from mid-Armagh pushing the ball all the way out towards the middle, broken down, but again Crossmaglen have managed to get a couple of break balls this last 2 or 3 minutes. The ball comes in over the far side, the chance for Crossmaglen to get the equaliser score out on the far side, checking one way, checking round. The runner comes now, but in comes the tackle. A chance here for Crossmaglen, but a great defending there by Ballymacnab away over in the corner. So Gavin McParn, look where Rory Grugan is too. The 2 danger men for Ballymacnab are down defending. So the ball comes in over the top, and a tackle coming in here. Aaron Kernan gathers that one. Oh, there's a big hit there, and that time Ryan Waters takes a heavy knock and he's down injured, and this time the game will be stopped and the referee will call in medical attention. And somebody says Crossmaglen take more steps than anybody else here. Well, I didn't notice that, but
I'm just looking there. Aaron Kieran was in there right making that tackle, and it just goes to show you the amount of pace and the amount of yards that he has covered.
I think in relation to if you take more steps, if you're a tall man or a short man would take more steps than a tall man, and I think that sort of evens it out. But I suppose if you're from North Armagh, you mightn't see it that way.
Well,
they reckon the Armagh men, the South Armagh men, take more steps than the
always do.
You know. So the referee says get on with the game. And we have Ryan Waters down injured, but Ballymacnab get on with the game. Rory Grugan pushes the ball away down the space on the far side, and out comes the wing half forward. Kieran Hughes, he got a point earlier on. He's been pulled and he's been hauled and he's been tripped, and it's a free. So Ballymacnab trying to get another score towards the end of the half here. The referee called 2 points. Rory Grugan's got his hands on the ball. He gives a short pass inside, gets the return pass, driving forward, and this time he looks up, goes one way, goes right on the outside, pushing the ball away on the far side. Again, a long range shot, but this time the radar's off, but it's coming down and it's picked up. A chance here for corner back, but that time he's not playing corner back. Jack turns round, Jack puts this on the left foot, puts it up in the air. Oh, and again, what a strike by this man. Jack Grugan is having an absolute blinder of a game. He's just fantastic here. And the corner man that time was Rory Gribben. Rory was up there. We're number 4. The referee called 2 minutes. We're into 3 minutes. The ball breaks out. Ballymacnab gathered up. Crilly pushes it all the way back. This time the men from Ballymacnab going forward. Sent to 3/4. Oisin McGivern. Oisin McGivern's looking for Gavin McParland. Back to McParland now. McParland looks round, gives the ball back to his midfielder, the big midfielder, Megan. Megan looks round, back to Rory. Rory looks up. Oh, a lovely hanging ball towards the full forward. The ball comes out. He catches this and there's 2 Crossmaglen men around him. Pushing along. Out comes Ballymacnab. Another chance. The ball is up. The ball is over the bar. And another super strike. So Kieran Hughes gets his second point of the afternoon, and I can tell you the way this Ballymacnab team are playing, JJ, they're playing with aplomb, they're playing with confidence, they're playing with ability, and they're playing without a fear of Crossmaglen, and we're looking forward to a cracking game of football in the second half. What can you say?
Oh, well, that's it. They're going in a goal up. As I say, they were a point up with 2 minutes to go now. They've increased that lead, but they're taking the time. Crossmaglen are way in there first. But I have to say, those people that have come, Jack Grugan,
Jack Grugan has scored 1-5, and everything he hits, it just seems to be nailed on. And some of the long-range point taken from both teams here this afternoon has been exceptional, and it's an absolute joy to see. Brilliant scores from distance. No negativity here in the game so far. Going hell for leather at each other, going for the game, going for the all the way down the throat, playing good football, playing kick football, which is great to see. And I have to say, this has been a cracking game of football.
Well, I have to say, goal of the month or point of the month this week this month's going to be quite hard, because at least 4 of them coming from this game. But it's great work for them.
I all scored by Jack Grugan.
Yeah, the Jack Grugan show. But again, we saw that in the last match. We saw that with Rian O'Neill in the semi-final and these sort of plays. But I have to say, Gavin McParland is using the space, using the speed, using everything. And Aaron Kieran came back in there.
Well, look, there's no doubt about that, and of course we're going to have a very special, very, very special presentation here in a moment or two, because what we're going to get is we're going to see the 1968 team of Armagh winning the Ulster Championship, the minor championship, being presented out here, and Ciara Cruppen had 3 players in that team. I know the boys keep saying I always get my own club mentioned here, but they had corner back, they had the goalkeeper, and they had the full forward. We had Kieran Lewis, Gene Hughes and Peter Loughlin playing on that team, and of course the team was captained by Marty Kavanagh from Clonagale and Lurgan, and what a fantastic
and just when we mentioned Lurgan, I want to shout out to Harry Hoy there. He had a bit of an accident yesterday. Harry, hope you're back and fitting off in the next couple of weeks, as I say. Everybody sends their love.
I hope Harry was watching the game on his phone or his tablet there. And here, so we're doing a half-time draw here, JJ. I can't win it today.
Are you not in it, Damien?
No, I wasn't in it today.
Hold on a minute, Damien. I survived. Yeah, you got you a ticket.
And as you look out here, the 1968 minor team is walking out onto the field, and it's fantastic to see these men as they line up out there. Kieran Lewis, the goalkeeper, standing out, and of course, sadly, some of the players in that team has passed away to the eternal rest. And Gene Hughes and Peter Loughlin from Young Club as well. So it's just fantastic here to look out and see a little bit of history being created in front of us here this afternoon. Michael Murphy, the man on the very left-hand side. And as we look out, Michael Murphy, he went to live and work in England as a teacher, and we only got a hold of him there this last couple of days, and he was delighted to be asked. He played for St Brenton's in Manchester, and Oisin's over there as well, and he played for Warwickshire. So fantastic here to see this brilliant analysis. Just as fantastic by the Armagh County Board to do this here. And of course I see young Stephen Loughlin and Peter Loughlin's grandson out there as well. So the boys are out there enjoying this here. So once this draw is done here, we'll hand you over to Jimmy Smith. Jimmy is going to take the presentation. We'll hand you over to Jimmy now.
The Ulster Minor Championship began in 1930, and the first winners were Armagh. In 1961 they won their 7th title, so the win of these players in 1968 gave the county their 8th. The fact that we had to wait until 1992 for our next title shows just how important the win of these players was. On the way to winning the Ulster Championship that year, they beat Monaghan, Cavan down in the semi-final, and then Derry in the Ulster final. We're delighted to be joined here today by so many of the players, although sadly the passage of time has seen some go through their eternal reward. We're even more delighted that they are represented today. Holding the cup from Carrickcruppen is Michael Murphy. In goals that day, Cian Lewis, Carrickcruppen. Gene Hughes from Carrickcruppen sadly has passed away and is represented by his son Kevin. Joe Scullion from Sarsfields was fullback. Frank Toman, cornerback. Unfortunately, can't attend today, he's in England. But in the half-back line, Pat McKenna from Armagh-gaa. Also from Armagh-gaa, Martin Kelly. And completing the half-back line from the Sarsfields Club, Kevin Stevenson. Silver Bridge were represented by Martin Murphy. And the half-forward line, Pearse Oaks, Marty Oliver. Laurie Moe from Katie Dwyer's is in America, but his sister Pearl is representing him for him. From the Clonmaglen Club, Donny Traynor. Corner forward that day, and who would all to play for Armagh in the 77 final, Peter Loughran sadly has passed away, but he's represented by his son Stephen and his grandson Shay. Martin again from St Michael's, Newton Hamilton. Sean Dorn has gone to his eternal reward from Armagh Harps, and he's represented by his son Cahill. Manny Slane from St Michael's, Newton Hamilton. Joel Lowe from Clonard has sadly passed away as well, and he's represented by his son Kevin. And the man celebrating his team's win in the Intermediate Championship, Shane McGill from St Peter's. Charlie Sweeney, who went on to train the Armagh team in 77, has also sadly passed away, and he's represented by his son Paul. Kieran Brown from Greenmore. Iggy Farmer from the Clonmore Club is in Canada and sends his apologies, but we're also joined by Eamon McCann of Silverbridge. Seamus Waters from Cullaville. Eugene McParlin from White Cross has also passed away, and he's represented by his son Stephen. Brendan McConville from Cullyhanna is represented by his wife and son. From Tiernan in Portadown, Malachy McCann. Owen Conley of Killeavy St Moninas. And Michael Griffin of Silverbridge Heart. The management team that day are represented by Joe Canning, the county treasurer, and Fergie McKenna from Clonagale, and also the chairman that year was Joe French. Unfortunately, the manager who had planned to be here, Harry Hoy, was involved in an accident yesterday, believe it or not, on a golf course, and sent his apologies. But, ladies and gentlemen, could you give a round of applause to the Ulster Minor champions of 1968?
And there we have the 68th minor team for Armagh. And when I look down some of those names, brings back great memories. And of course, what can you say? It's great to see them out there. Fortunately, some have gone to the eternal rest. But we're going now to the other presentation here now.
Joe Kiernan is one of the most iconic figures, not just in Armagh, not just in Ulster, but across the island of Ireland. He has played with distinction for his club, Crossmaglen Rangers. He has represented his county, his province, and has represented his country with 2 All-Star awards. As well as an administrator with his club, he has managed them to county, provincial and All-Ireland titles. Managed his county to provincial and an All-Ireland win in 2002, his province to the Railway Cup, and his country to win the International Series. He was recently given the honour of being
Over adjustment announcement for those still out at the back of the stand or at the shops. The second half is about
Second
to
half's
begin.
about to commence. The ball's
So
thrown
all
there.
heads
Broken
in.
down. Crossmaglen gather this ball. Playing towards the Dalton end here. Johnny Hanratty's come out. Long ball in over the top. Could this be a goal here? A chance for Crossmaglen. He's down. He gives the pass. And this ball is hammered. It's stopped on the line. The ball has been knocked out. It was on the line. And that was a chance there for Crossmaglen to get a goal. Ballymacnab were living on the edge there. Oh, that ball should have been in the back of the net. Ballymacnab coming up the left-hand side towards the Cathedral end. So this game, and of course
11 seconds away, Damon. That one was the first shot.
James Gray stopped that ball from going over the line. James Morgan has moved into Mark Jack in the full forward line. So it has started here in the second half. I know there's a few technical issues earlier on there, but hopefully that's all sorted. Crossmaglen, Rico Kelly, back to Johnny Hanratty. Johnny Hanratty pushing it all the way out to Rian O'Neill. Rian O'Neill kicks the ball long. The ball is broken. Well, a chance here, but again, Ballymacnab trying to get their hands on the ball there. People coming in, feet coming in. Ball's picked up eventually. 3, 4, 5 Ballymacnab men round the Crossmaglen player on the ball. Ball is on the ground. Ballymacnab come out with the ball, pushing it out into space here, coming down. Crossmaglen defending. Ballymacnab coming towards the Cathedral end here. Wing half forward comes out with the ball. Hughes, he scored 2 points here. Ball is kicked in this time, and the ball has gone over the bar.
Yeah, a great score from Kieran Hughes there, number 10. That's his third point of the afternoon.
And Ballymacnab have opened the scoring in the second half. 136. Crossmaglen could have had a goal there, but it was just kicked off the line. Crossmaglen. Morris pushes it back in here too. Wing half forward. Poddy stutter. Poddy passed it inside to Hanratty. Hanratty hits this one. Oh, that's a mighty score. Oh, what a score there from the boot of the big man. Gone over the bar.
Yeah, I was just going to check distances there, but he was just right out on the 45. He sent that one right over the black spot. Keeper never took his eye off it. Great score.
Yeah, the local scribe says he hasn't scored 4 points in a year. He scored 4 points today. This time, that's for sure. Ballymacnab take the short kick out, holding on to the ball. Wing half forward. Michael Began coming with the pass inside. Midfielder picks that one up. Paul Megan coming up the field. Big hit coming in here along the line. He rides a tackle. The Crossmaglen man misses him. He's going forward here with the ball. There's a man on the outside. Well, he's been tackled here. That's a foul, that's for sure. But the referee says play on. Well, the referee gives the free up, and it's getting a little bit touchy down below us here. Probably the Ballymacnab man should have had the free there. He didn't get it. And now Rian O'Neill has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, great action, great close action right in
Rian
front of
O'Neill
spectators.
kicks this one down towards a little bit of a push there. Ball spins off. There's another push there. 2 pushes. And again, Crossmaglen trying to get the score. Pushed out on the far side, but the ball is given away. Free out. And Ballymacnab repel that attack. But the ball goes away out on the far side too. Rory Gribben coming out. There's a runner coming now. Rory picks this one up. Rory gives a lovely pass down the left-hand side. And there's a runner coming in the middle. But Crossmaglen have 2 men chasing. The centre 3/4. He puts it up in the air. And he pulls it to the right and wide. And Oisin McGivern should have scored that one.
Yeah, great action, so it was, as I say, just right in front of us. Great hits there coming in from Rian O'Neill, as well as, I don't know if there's a substitution coming on here yet. Number 24 is coming off and 31's coming on. We're just looking to see where the change has been made, which team it is.
So Kane Young McConville's coming into the Crossmaglen team, the minor, and I have to say a very special hello to the legendary Judge Kearns and Cara Cruppen there. He's watching the game this afternoon. The ball comes long away over the far side, broken down, picked up. Crossmaglen coming from the half back line, kicked up along the line. This time the ball just bounces. It's coming over heads here. Cornerback knocks it down, but again Crossmaglen gathered it up way over on the far side. McConville, he's only a minor. He scored a great couple of points, kicks this one up. Is this over the bar? Off the post and to the right and wide. And again, Crossmaglen not afraid to put the young players into the team here, JJ.
No, that's the way to do it. Changing in the first spin, a couple of minutes at half time. There's 4 minutes gone this half, and they've already made a substitution. Two balls on the pitch. But here McConville, he launched that just a wee bit too soon. It'll take him a couple of minutes just to get his feet about him and get his sort of peripheral vision and everything sorted out. But a great young player coming through for both Crossmaglen and for Armagh.
Hughes takes that shot. Oh, that's very, very tight. And of course, Crossmaglen, O'Neill going forward, the runner, but O'Neill goes on the outside. He gives it to the younger brother, back to the older brother, back to the younger brother. Rian O'Neill strikes this one, puts it up in the air and puts it over the bar.
Yeah, great score from Rian O'Neill, but I have to say Sean Hughes, that wasn't a great kick out from him, straight into the Crossmaglen man's hands, and all he had to do was put it over the bar. He's going to take his time. This one here, as I say, the ball's over here towards us, been kicked back to the goalkeeper, but a great start, Damon.
Yeah, a great start, there's no question about that, that's for sure. And we look out, the teams, well, 5 minutes gone, 112 to 13 points. That's 15 to 13. Crossmaglen down by 2. Ballymacnab are ahead here. And of course, we'll give you the stats in a moment or two.
Yeah, just looking at the attacks there, Damon, Crossmaglen have 30 and Ballymacnab only at 20, so 10 more in favour of Cross, but they just haven't converted them. Ball's out in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, so again, Ballymacnab getting that ball, but they've just holding on. The runner comes now back to McParland. He drives forward, he's been held. The referee says play on, and of course Crossmaglen man was lucky to let him go there, because if he had grabbed him he was gone. Ball comes back to the wing half back. There's a man on the outside here, the centre half back going forward. So Ballymacnab pushing it all the way down towards the big man, gathers it up, goes on the outside, puts it up in the air, comes round, it's up in the air. There's snow on this one, it's coming down, broke down, but again there's no runner, and this time out comes the wing half back, Paul Hughes for Crossmaglen. Hanratty kicks this one long down the field, all the way down. The ball goes along the line and it goes out. Rian O'Neill was trying to get his hands on that one. 6 minutes gone here in the second half. Crossmaglen 13 points, Ballymacnab 112. The ball is in the hands of Michael Began, pushed it all the way across the field. This time McParland, he's wearing number 15, but he's not playing corner forward. Comes all the way back to Began again. Began looks round, gives it back to Crilly. Paddy Crilly. Again, it's going to be a big hit coming here. Gathers the ball, going forward. Paddy stutter. Paddy holding on to the player there. Referee says play on. The ball comes on the inside. A chance here for Waters. Gives it back out to Rory Grugan. Rory Grugan on his left foot. He was thinking of the shot there, but he gives it back to McParland. McParland goes on the inside, goes hand to toe with the ball. He gives the pass back inside this midfielder. A chance here, taken up in the air. Wing half forward, puts it up in the air, and this time Kieran Hughes gets that one over the bar. That's his 4th point off the half.
Yeah, I was a bit more content from Ballymacnab. Played that ball about to each other's players, were able to carry them in. Gavin McParland again, a big, strong, influential player in that.
Well, we said earlier on, you needed to see the big players from Ballymacnab stepping up, and they have stood tall here at this part of the game, no question about it. So Ballymacnab won 13 to 13 points. There's 3 points in it. Goalkeeper from Cross gives it short to Kern. Aaron Kern has been pulled there. The referee says play on. Aaron Kern stops. James Morgan's over here in the zone. James Morgan gathers this ball up the field with the ball, hand to toe. Nobody near him. James Morgan going forward. Gives the ball back out to Paul Hughes. The 2 Armagh players combine here, but the tackle's coming in here by Jack Grugan and Rory. Sockers it along towards the corner. Rory picks it up, and there's a big hit coming in here, but he goes past, and James Morgan pulled him to the ground there. Referees, well, he's not really doing anything. He's just walking towards the Crossmaglen man, giving him the stern eyes and saying, don't be at that anymore. So Rory gathers himself up off the ground. And Ballymacnab are still in this game here, no doubt about that, that's for sure. So Rory picks himself off the ground. This is well within his range, but a very, very tight angle here. He's taking his time. The referee's gone out to talk to somebody here. No, he's just getting a drink of water off the water man. Thirsty walk being a referee in Armagh this time of the year, that's for sure. So the press box holds its breath here in anticipation. This would be a massive score here for Ballymacnab to put them 4 points ahead. 8.5 minutes almost gone in the second half. Rory takes his time, puts it up in the air, strikes it, but he pulls it to the right and wide, and that wasn't even close.
No, that wasn't close, but that was great work from Rory and Jack Grugan. It was right in front of us. It came down this sideline.
Well,
and the crosskeeper straight out.
Yes, kicks this. McAvoy kicks it long, and this time he picks out his midfield man, pushing it. Rian O'Neill, ball is inside, and a chance here for Crossmaglen. Oh, a lovely pass over the far side. Crossmaglen still working hard here, trying to get a score, trying to get a ball. Great block there. He just threw himself at that there. So Ballymacnab have the cover back there. Tackles coming in here on the far side, up the middle with the ball. McConville pulls a man down to the ground. The referee says that's a free, and Ballymacnab just get on with the game here. This game is living up to all expectations here in the ecclesiastical capital of Ireland. A chance here, the ball very, very tight back. So Ballymacnab just hold on to the ball. Well, there's a big hit coming in now, but this time referee says play on, and he's looking round, but again McParland comes out for that ball. He steps one way, steps the other. McParland's having a fantastic game here for Ballymacnab, there's no doubt about it. Gives a short pass inside, and there's a runner coming now. A chance here, he needs to check on the outside, but there's 3 Crossmaglen men around him. He looks round one way. Referee says he overcarried the ball. Well, I thought the referee was a wee bit sharp on that one. I thought he could have let it go there because the ball was on the ground. He wasn't holding on to the ball. There's a man out in his own here, Johnny Hanratty. He's standing on his own. Big Johnny. He's going up the left-hand side of the field here. Going forward, there's 2 men chasing after him, but Hanratty puts it long, puts it up in the air, and off the post to the left-hand side, and that was just inches. Well, John Campbell here, the scribe from the Belfast Telegraph, says that was hard luck.
I think he actually said that was justice, Damien, so it was take it that way, it was the way it was. But Gavin McParland again, big interception earlier on, and that move, just lost it, just didn't convert it.
So Hughes kicks this one out towards the middle. Again, the ball breaks down, but Ballymacnab Waters has that ball going forward, pushing the pass inside this time to Began. Began going forward in the middle, hand to toe with the ball, checks one way. The runner comes now, the midfielder is Gribben. Gribben pushes that one down towards Jack. Jack comes out, he gathers this ball up, he's trying to get round, he looks round for the runner. The runner comes in the centre half back, Paddy Crilly. Paddy Crilly gives it inside, and again, over on the far side, a chance here for McParland, but he hits this one, ooh, and it went to the right and wide.
Yeah, he might have took his time and tried to put that one over the bar, but good work from Ballymacnab. Again, waiting for the quick kick out from the keeper here, just didn't happen this time, but action end-to-end stuff. Short one out to Aaron Kiernan.
Aaron Kiernan slides the ball away over the far side. Crossmaglen coming from the half-back lineup, 113 to 13 points in favour of the men from Mid-Armagh. The South Armagh men are behind. Crossmaglen, the championship team, playing the team that hasn't won a championship here, Ballymacnab. The last time these two teams met here in the final, Ballymacnab took a tough time bouncing from the men from Crossmaglen, but here this afternoon they're answering all the questions, they're answering everything that's been put to them here. They're playing really steady football. Ball comes back from the corner back, Rory Gribben. Rory looks up, there's a man on the outside, there's a man on the inside, comes back now, there's always a man available. The ball comes now, a chance here for the wing half back, driving forward. The wing half back is Began going forward with the ball, tackles coming in, 2-3 men hanging on to the player there. The referee says play on, and a great bit of work there, and there's a push there, and what a score. Oh, the keeper saved that one. I thought it was over the bar. The keeper just took that one off the top of the crossbar, and out to come with the ball, Crossmaglen with Kiernan over on the far side. He's looking, there's a man, Paddy Stutter's out here on his own, all the way out here on his own. Stutter gets that ball up, hand to toe, he kicks it long down towards the corner man picks it up, going forward. Carher gives it into McConville dinks one way, goes on the outside, checking on the inside now, but he's under a lot of pressure. Well, the referee gave the free there, and again lucky enough to get that free, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just don't think they heard the whistle there. Unfortunately, they were still going at it. But it seems to be another substitution warming up here for Crossmaglen. We'll just see who's coming. Quickly taking note. He's going to leave it. He's just going to leave it for, I think it's Oisin going to take this one. Nope. Rian O'Neill's walking over. From about the 14 metres line.
Here, right, Rory Grugan got a free there when that ball was caught on the crossbar. Yeah, it was Rory Grugan. So Rian kicks this one. Oh, look at that for a strike. Absolutely fantastic. A brilliant score. And that's only his first score of the afternoon, JJ, is that right?
Yeah, I'm just doing a check down there. Number 11. Yeah, second score of the
afternoon.
Second score,
sorry.
Yeah. But again, one of those ones that's in point of the month because everything was done right. 2 balls on the pitch, which would be a lovely wee hit. But as I say, the substitution warmed up for Crossmaglen. I think it's number 24, but he hasn't made his move yet. Ballymacnab just keeper looking for a wee bit of space.
13 to 14. 2 points in the game here. Hughes kicks this one long. McParland's underneath that one. And what a catch there by Rian O'Neill. He gives it into Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes pushes along towards McConville. McConville gathered that one up. Going on the outside. Checking one way, checking the other. Gives it back inside. So Rian O'Neill pushing it all the way across to the far side.
Yeah, that's a big... Crossmaglen still on the attack into the corner forward. Cahir lifts it. No, he's on his hands. Back to Aaron Kieran. He's
Aaron Kieran's going to take this one, puts it up in the air, and Aaron Kieran nails this one. Is it gone over the bar? Yes, it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, it was a great move from Aaron Kieran. He just knew when to call the ball. Big shout out to Barr as well. Mentioned him earlier on.
1:13 to 15. There's only one between them. And Crossmaglen are bringing a substitute into the game. And in's coming Caleb Comiskey. So big change here for Crossmaglen. 21 comes out. And in comes 28.
21's Garvin Carr coming out.
So there's only a point. Crossmaglen on the attack again. Can this be the equaliser score? The ball's coming in. The keeper comes out and he gathers that one. McConville comes out towards the keeper. The keeper checks inside, pushing the ball back out to Gribben. Gribben is under a wee bit of pressure, but he offloads the pass here. Ballymacnab, again, very tight football here. Tackles coming in, and there the substitution has been made.
Yeah, only a point in it, and there's 45 minutes gone. 21's in for 28.
Can Ballymacnab keep this going for another 15 minutes?
It's tightening up now, Damien.
Oh yeah, it's getting very into the, as they say, the death zone is coming into the death zone here in the championship here in Armagh between Ballymacnab and Crossmaglen. 15 minutes left to go.
One of the Ballymacnab.
Garvin Carr comes out and in goes Comiskey. So the goalkeeper's got the ball over on the far side.
Oh, here we go from the middle.
Yeah, so the goalkeeper hadn't got the ball. The ball was a free, so the ball comes in. McParlin comes out. McParlin is everywhere here this afternoon. The ball goes down towards the right-hand corner. A check here for Waters going forward with the ball. Hughes puts this one up in the air, but the ball is going to drop short. Is it? It's coming down. It's coming down. The keeper comes out, trying to get his hands on that. The keeper knocks it out, and that's a 45. Great bit of a interception there by McAvoy, Jamie McAvoy, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a 1 point game. There's a 45 coming in for Ballymacnab.
Gavin McParlin going to be hitting this one. He's well capable of scoring this one here. It's getting a little bit dull down here in the athletic grounds in the press box anyway. The lights have come on and Ballymacnab are ahead by a point, and we see men stretching. Kieran Hughes is down with cramp there in the middle. Out comes the physio. McParlin's going to be hitting this one. This is a big score for McParlin on the 45 metre line out towards the cathedral end. Over on the far side. Hits this one. Oh, that's a sort of a daisy cutter. It's coming in. The ball brooks up. And again, if Ballymacnab had somebody in there, that ball could have ended up in the back of the net. But out come Crossmaglen. Instead of going 2 points ahead, there's only one in it, and Crossmaglen are attacking. Kiernan offloads the pass away over on the far side. Crossmaglen coming up the right hand side, pushing it towards the full forward line and over the top. Ball breaks down here. Keeper comes out. A chance here, but McConville was trying to get it, and the ball skids off the surface and goes out for a wide.
That's just the way it's going to go for Kieran McConville today. I think all of them just bounced a yard in front of him. We shout out to Taddy Ray, who won their match today. But Ballymacnab have the ball back in play. It's great to see.
Yeah,
Ashton McGivern on it.
So Waters pushing this, little bit of a shove there from Morgan, but coming up the field, Gavin McParlin. Well, that was a free there. The referee should have been given the free there. The foot comes in, the ball is picked up. Crossmaglen driving forward. James Morgan having a great tussle there. Rian O'Neill going forward. Rian O'Neill goes with the ball. Is this the equalising score? He puts it up in the air and he puts it over the bar. It's all square.
That's a great score from Rian O'Neill. That'll give him confidence, as I say, with Crossmaglen coming back. We're just quickly going to check the statistics here just to see how it is. Ballymacnab looking to take a quick one out, but no, hasn't happened for them yet. Just doesn't really seem to be happening from their goalkeeper kicking out.
Well,
but
it's all square here.
Interesting.
The game is equalised 18 minutes into the second half. 1:13 to 16 points. Ball's coming out long. Again, a great catch in the middle there, and Crossmaglen take the mark. Pushing in again, long diagonal ball towards the full forward. Ball is picked up. A chance here. Corner man going forward. He's been pushed out. A chance here for Crossmaglen to go ahead. Ball comes out, and this time Crossmaglen put this one up and put it over the bar. And Johnny McKeever puts Crossmaglen ahead.
Johnny McKeever, second point of the day. That's Crossmaglen laid off by Aaron Kiernan. Great work from Aaron Kiernan. It's getting a wee bit darker here. There's a substitution coming on for Ballymacnab. That's number 30 coming on. That's Brenton Toner.
Brenton Toner comes in for Ballymacnab. So Ballymacnab are under pressure here now.
Ram Waters.
Well, so the ball is kicked out into space here. A little bit of a push there. The ball comes out. The referee says that's a free, and Ballymacnab get the free. 19 minutes gone. The substitution has been made, and in comes 23 for Ballymacnab. Brian McComb coming in, very, very experienced player for the Ballymacnab team. Been playing football a long time. Very, very experienced footballer. coming into the game here as we wait for the substitution to be made. 113 to 17 points. Crossmaglen take the lead for the first time in the game here this afternoon. Oh, the goalkeeper was in second minds there, and that time this will allow Crossmaglen to attack. McComb comes in, out comes the other one. Kieran Hughes was struggling there from cramp earlier on, so the substitution now has been made, and Crossmaglen have a chance to go 2 ahead here. Up along the left hand side, and Rian O'Neill comes out. This would be a monster score if O'Neill can dispatch this ball over the bar. That ball up, and the referee, the linesman, says you were stepping into the field of play here, so Crossmaglen lose that opportunity. And the 2 wing half forwards for Crossmaglen, for Ballymacnab, come off. Waters and Hughes have been substituted, and Toner and McComb comes in for the Ballymacnab round tires. 113 to 17 points. The referee hops the ball up, and Johnny Hanratty gathers that one up. He drops the ball, it's on the ground. The referee says that's a free in, and he says the foot come in there. So Aaron Kernan says just hold on a minute, we'll take this score. And I see the other. Is there a goalkeeper being warmed up here for Ballymacnab? There could be a substitute goalkeeper coming in here.
Yeah, it's Conor McGivern warming up on the side.
On the Ballymacnab round towers team,
So O'Neill hits this one, and again a lovely score, another point. That puts Crossmaglen 2 ahead. So Rian O'Neill puts Crossmaglen, and we have a substitution in here. The Ballymacnab goalkeeper has been replaced.
Well, I do think that's something coming from the kickouts. We've said that, we've identified that problem, they've identified that problem, so they're going to make the change now. Again, Sean Hughes made a couple of great saves as well in the first half.
Well, I don't know if that's a tactical switch or an injury switch, but well, somebody says it's technical here, so McGivern used to be first choice, but here, the referee. Well, the referee's going to be having this ball up. He wasn't giving the goalkeeper a chance to kick the ball out. And I suppose when we look back at some of the decisions here earlier on, that wasn't happening earlier on. So the ball is thrown up again. Man on his ground here. 2-3 Crossmaglen men picked it up in the air, and the ball is over the bar. And Crossmaglen, and that looks to be Johnny McKeever. Johnny McKeever has hit another wonderful score for Crossmaglen. Crossmaglen have gone ahead, 13 to 19 points.
Yeah, they've just reversed that lead, Damon. They're leading by a goal now. As I say, there's 22 and a half minutes gone.
So Crossmaglen in the driving seat here. The men from South Armagh are ahead. Everything is going for Crossmaglen, but the ball is picked up here now by Ballymacnab, kicking it long towards the full forward, and that ball is picked up on the far side, broke down. The referee says that's a free, and it's a free for Crossmaglen. Things aren't running for Ballymacnab now. Starting to roll into play here for Crossmaglen.
Yeah, Crossmaglen scored the last 6 points in a row with no return from Ballymacnab.
And it looks as if they're going to score the 7 here in the row. Going forward, Hughes puts a lovely pass into McConville. McConville is he's very tricky here. Puts it up in the air and he spins it round and he puts it up and it's over the bar. The young man from Crossmaglen slips that ball over the bar.
Oh, that was a great score, so it was. It went up in the air. That's one of those ones that you need to watch. We kept our eye on it until it dropped down over the black spot. A great score from Kieran McConville. But Crossmaglen moving into a different gear now and seem to be taking control of this game. But there could always be a goal in it, because that is the way it goes at these matches.
Well, Crossmaglen are starting to move ahead here. Ballymacnab haven't scored this last while here, and they need to be getting scores on the board here. Dropping the ball, referee says that's a free. So 23 minutes gone. It's getting fairly dark here in the athletic grounds here this afternoon. Ballymacnab are under serious pressure here. From Ballymacnab point of view, you want to see Rory Grugan up in the forward division, pushing the pass along. It's picked up this time by Crilly. Crilly going forward, offloads the pass on the far side. McComb coming in here, he's only into the game, he checks one way, gives the pass back inside here. So Crossmaglen defending, Ballymacnab trying to, they couldn't get that man on the ball earlier on there. Big Jack, he hit some wonderful scores earlier on. The ball comes in low, a chance here. Well, there's a tackle, there's a man tripped, going forward, the referee says play on, and a chance here from McComb. He steps back, puts it up in the air, and it's gone wide. Well, the umpire, he was in second thoughts there, but it's gone wide.
Yeah, it was definitely a Hawkeye decision, that one, but the umpire's given it wide, so we'll take it as that. But I think he sort of looked at it, he had done enough, but Crossmaglen just moving into a superior move. Another wee kick out by the goalkeeper. Ballymacnab not moving at all.
Yeah, Ballymacnab are struggling a wee bit at this stage. They need a big 5 minutes here, but Crossmaglen just seem to have Paul Hughes going up the field here. Paul Hughes, 2 men chasing after him. He spins round, holds on to the ball, gives a pass back. Oh, great bit of work there by Rory. Rory gets his hands on that ball, pulls it out from the Crossmaglen man, comes out with the ball, going forward. The centre half back, Paddy Crilly going forward. Big hit coming in here, and Paddy Crilly was absolutely hammered there, and he's down. The 2 men is injured.
Yeah, it was Johnny Hanratty came in with that one.
Referee, he's stepping over and he's talking to his linesman here.
Another substitution been made by Ballymacnab here. Number 21 coming on.
Christopher Locker's coming in for Ballymacnab.
For
number 11 comes out, and in comes number 21. So the changes are being made here for Ballymacnab, trying to get something going here. But that was a huge hit there over on the far side, and the whole half-forward line of Ballymacnab has been substituted here. And that's well spotted by John Morrison. Centre half back, Paddy Crilly. Paddy's under. Well, he took a huge hit there. 1:13 to 20. 5 minutes left. Crossmaglen are ahead here. Crossmaglen had a super second half. Substitution or a yellow card there for Johnny Hanratty.
Well, it was one of those 50-50 balls, and on a final leg today, they're going to go for it. Paddy Crilly just took the worst of it.
Well, Crossmaglen, they just need to stop Ballymacnab from scoring a goal. Ballymacnab need a goal, JJ, to be in a shout with this game.
Yeah, well, we've seen plenty of goals. We've seen a goal in the last minute of the last match, so we've seen goals against Paul Hardy last time when Murray were playing into that goal. John Morrison's son made a brilliant save in that goal as well.
And of course, this game is brought to you from Cormac Leonard Commercials, sponsoring the Armagh Championships, and thanks to Cormac for that. Of course, this game live from Linwood's Armagh TV. Rory pushes that ball all the way back across the far side. Crilly, he got a heavy hit earlier on there, gives the pass. So Ballymacnab, they need to be putting this in about the house. They need to be trying to get Jack Well to give that ball into nobody there. Ball is picked up. Chance here for Crossmaglen, but Ballymacnab, man's coming in there, Locker, and coming in, pushing the ball all the way back. So this time, Ballymacnab, Paddy Crilly going forward with the ball. They need to be putting this into Big Jack. Jack's had a fabulous first half, but no ball went into him in the second half. Midfielder going forward. Park Gribben going forward with the ball. He's looking for the runner now. Rory gets it in, and he's waiting for the runner, but there's nobody there. Crossmaglen have got very cute here. And of course, Crossmaglen have nullified the attack of Big Jack on the square, and that just seems to be the answer here as we look up. Aaron Kernan going forward with the ball. Aaron Kernan looking for the runner. He picks McConville. McConville gathers the ball up. He scored a point. He got a minor championship medal earlier on. Puts this one up in the air, and the ball is up, and the ball is over the bar. What a score from the boot of young Cian McConville. A superb strike from the young man from Crossmaglen, and that was an atrocious point coming from a ridiculous angle, and he puts it over the bar.
Damon, we've all to look forward to. We've years to come. Hopefully these young guys will come up and be able to score these goals and points the way we're going. There's a substitution coming on here for Crossmaglen. That's 18, David McKenna. And Johnny Halliday coming off, we're presuming. We're just hearing that on the press box. So in comes
Big Johnny. Johnny had a fantastic game there. For the last 3 minutes of the game, he can look forward at this game and he can say, I've done okay. Johnny Hanratty is looking in better shape now than he ever did. So Ballymacnab gets on with the game here. The referee says, let's play on. Big McKenna come into the game. So Hanratty comes off. He shakes the hand off the manager. There's 5 minutes of additional time to be played here. Comes back all the way to Crilly, pushing the ball all the way back. Midfielder drops that ball almost. Gribben going forward, back to Crilly. Crilly looks up, there's a man on the outside, but it comes back on the inside here. Crossmaglen defending. Crossmaglen are ahead 21 to 16. Ballymacnab need a goal. They definitely need a goal here towards the end of this game. The referee says that's a free, so the ball goes towards Lochern. A chance, or Lochern's got the ball now. Macomb give the ball to him. Duke's inside. Duke's past one man, gives the ball back. So Ballymacnab trying to unbreak this unbreakable lock from Crossmaglen. The ball is up in the air, coming forward, and a stretch there, and the ball is down. Player's down, but he's up now, coming forward, and he's been pushed out. It's a 45, is it? Oh, it's a 45. So Ballymacnab need to be just lofting this ball in about the square, hoping somebody can get their fist to it.
Yeah, I was just noticing really leaped above everybody there. He was a good 4 feet above everybody to snap that ball out of the air. But again, I would say this one's going to be dropped in, Damien, with, let me see, time's nearly up, 29.5 minutes gone. Taking this one off the ground, as I say, 45. It'll be interesting to see where he goes for it or leaves it short.
I would be just putting it in about the front of the square and hoping that somebody can get their fist to it, because they need it. So another substitution, in comes number 2. Aidan Rush comes into the game as well. So Crossmaglen make the change. So Ballymacnab threw everything at Crossmaglen here, and they're behind. 29 minutes and 47 seconds gone.
A wee bit of gamesmanship going on there just to put that substitution on just before we take that one. Gavin Harlan on the 45 at the top of the D. Probably play this in short.
And that's exactly what he's trying to do, chipping it in, dropping down, but it's over the bar, so that ball goes over the bar, and that's another score from the boot of Gavin McParland. So Crossmaglen 21 points to 114. So Crossmaglen are ahead here in this game, coming towards the end of the championship run here in Armagh.
Still a 2-score game, as I say, with 4 points in it. Great to see, 60 minutes away, so we're into the last 5 minutes of injury time.
So 5 minutes of additional time. McAvoy kicks this long, and again, the men from Crossmaglen, there was a little bit of a push there. Didn't see the push, but the referee spotted it. So Rory, he gives it across to his midfield partner, Paul Megan. Paul's going forward. He gives it inside Ballymacnab. Crilly, he's going forward. There's 2 Crossmaglen men pulling on to him, holding on to him, and this time, again, tackles coming in. The ball is pulled out. Rico Kelly gets that ball. James Morgan's coming out with the ball. Rico Kelly has it now. Rico Kelly gives it into space here. So Crossmaglen, Paul Hughes offloads the pass to the far side to Rian O'Neill. Paul Hughes put a head of steam on, going up the middle of the field with the ball. Aaron Kernan's over on the left hand side here, calling for this one. Ball is pushed away up over on the far side. McConville comes out for that. Paul Hughes gathers that one. Paul Hughes puts this up in the air and puts it over the bar. And I would say that's probably the Crossmaglen championship winners here with that score, 114 to 22. It goes back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper pushes it inside all the way out on the far side, but McConville comes in. That was short. McConville gathers that one up. He's gonna pull the trigger, but he gives it to O'Neill. O'Neill puts it up in the air, and it goes to the left and wide. 31 minutes and 45 seconds gone. Crossmaglen 22 points. Ballymacnab round tires 114, 22 points in the championship match. Is mighty fine scoring for any team. At 20 from play, as I've been informed here by the local scribes. So Ballymacnab having to work from their full back line. Crossmaglen put the high press on them. Well, there's an old saying in Crossmaglen, there's a long way from Clare to Crossmaglen, but you'll read all about this game in the Examiner tomorrow. But Ballymacnab going forward. Rory Gregan gathers this one up. Well, the referee says that's a throw ball. Well, that was a little bit rough there from the referee, a wee bit hard there. And
when it's not going for you, Damon, it's not going for you. That's just the way it has been.
Well, you have to say Crossmaglen up the ante in the second half. They got a few positional switches and sorted out the threat, got into the big man in the square from Jack Grugan, and that nullified the men from Ballymacnab. Aaron Kernan puts the ball into Stephen Morris. Morris comes round looking for the return pass to Kernan. Kernan gathers this one up. Kernan goes on the outside, hand to toe with the ball. He's going forward. He strikes this one. Oh, look at that for a score from the boot of Aaron Kernan. Absolutely magnificent from the boot of Aaron Kernan. 34 years of age and still going like a Jaguar or a Mercedes or a BMW or just like Aaron Kernan. Fantastic. Ball comes long towards McParland. He gathers this one up. He's on the ground. There's 2 men chasing after him. Referee says that's a free. So the referee should be moving that ball a little bit closer to the goals, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
I don't think Oisin and Lee be too annoyed about that.
No. So again, Ballymacnab need a goal here, but it's just a little bit too. Again, the chances here, but Crossmaglen have got all the cover back here, and Crossmaglen repel that attack. Coming out with the ball, just kicking it long towards Big McKenna. McKenna comes out, but he doesn't get the ball. Trying to get his hands on the ball. Crilly pushes that one. Crilly's going for the return pass. Grugan's down. Rory Grugan. He's been held. Checking one way. He's been knocked to the ground. He's been held again. Puts the ball back in. Puts the ball all the way back then to Paul Megan. Paul Megan strikes from distance, but again, trying to get the ball into the danger zone. Tackles coming in. James Morgan. Ball is on the ground. Referee says that's a free, and we're now into the last minute of additional time. Crossmaglen 23 points to 114. That's 17 points. That's 17 to 23. And Mel Boyce comes in, and of course Mel, his granny passed away there. Phil Cassidy not so long ago, a great woman here who enjoyed watching Crossmaglen and watching Armagh Linwood's TV when she couldn't get to the game. So good luck to Mel.
Johnny McKeever coming off for that Johnny McKeever substitution.
Johnny McKeever had a fantastic game for Crossmaglen, scored 3 points, and of course Ballymacnab trying to go for the score there, but the ball goes over the bar looking for the goal a little bit too late. 115 to 23 points.
Jack Grugan,
yeah, Jack, he was going for the goal, but he just hit it over the bar. And of course the cameraman's out there now. Paul Heaney's out there with his camera looking to get all the celebrations here from Crossmaglen, because referee's blowing the whistle. He spotted something here. Something's happened. The umpire's calling the referee's attention over on the far side. So the referee trots back towards the umpire on the left-hand side of the goals here.
And there's another substitution coming in.
Or is he going to be given a free? Or is he going to hop the ball? Well, he's going to hop the ball.
I didn't put it on.
So McKenna gathers that one, driving out with the ball. So the game is over, almost. Crossmaglen on the attack. We're deep into injury time. The 5 minutes is up. Ballymacnab are down. Aaron Kern scored a magnificent point, and again he picks the man out. Boyce is only into the game. He offloads the pass, and Crossmaglen going forward with the ball here. A chance here. Great ball. Tackle down. Referee says play on. Keeper comes out with the slide tackle. Referee says play on. Rian O'Neill puts this one up in the air, spins round, puts it up, and puts it over the bar.
Just like that. In the last minute of the championship, he does something like that.
Well, this is the game basically of two halves. Ballymacnab was the team in the first half, and Crossmaglen were the team in the second half. The referee has blown his whistle. Crossmaglen are back. Well, there was an old saying, they haven't gone away, you know, and Crossmaglen are county champions once more. Ballymacnab fought gallantly to the end here of the afternoon, looking to try and win the championship for the first time. Their first half performance was brilliant. The second half belonged to Crossmaglen, and Crossmaglen win the game 24 points to the men from Crossmaglen to 115 to the men from Ballymacnab.
Yeah, great match, as I say, but the boys from Crossmaglen did it. 24 points. I don't know how many of them were from play, but I'd say a good few of them were from play.
There was 22 from play.
22 from play. I'm just looking, but the man, I'm not trying to say he's the man of the match, but Aaron Kieran was superb in that whole game. He controlled everything coming through there. Gavin McParland did his best for Ballymacnab, and a few other boys like the Grugans coming through there. But again, Oisin O'Neill, Rian O'Neill, Cian McConville, all those names just coming through. Johnny Hanratty had a superb game. The man was is a man mountain, a brilliant scorer.
There's no doubt about it. Whatever they've done for Johnny Hanratty, whatever they've given him, he's been a revelation at full forward. He's been fantastic. Rico Kelly as well. The old codgers, as you want to call them, that stood tall here for Crossmaglen this afternoon. Crossmaglen won the game, and what can you say? You wouldn't begrudge it to them because their second half performance was fantastic. And Ballymacnab, they probably just. Well, Crossmaglen came out in the second half and they nullified Jack Grugan in the full forward line. He scored 1-5 or 1-4 in the first half, and he scored 1 point in the second half. So Crossmaglen done what they had to do, the experience, the knowledge, they know how to win championships, and that's what they've done. So Crossmaglen are county champions 2018.
Yeah, it's great to see them and all the fans on the pitch. As I say, the music blaring there from the Cranberries. So the Crossmaglen players are all still in the middle. They're making their way over towards the stand here, but the photographers the flashes are flying everywhere. I see big Paul Hardy walking down there getting a big hug, but it's great to see all those guys. Paul was speaking to us there in between the matches, and he sort of said, well, it's going to be a tight enough game, but in the end, as we saw, 115 to 24 points. Great score, and anybody that's here today really enjoyed both games. And a big shout out to St Peter's as well. Well done to Niall McConville and the guys from Lurgan. But I'm looking out here, Damien, the lights didn't even come on. We didn't need them. We thought maybe we would have needed them, but
we had the spark on the field. There was some brilliant football. There were some brilliant scores. The point taken from both teams was fantastic. Long range points was fantastic.
Yeah, I have to say it's going to be one of those matches that you're going to look at and you're going to say, look at the way they scored those goals. But the young men coming up, as I say, Cian McConville playing like a pro, with Rian coming through there, Oisin O'Neill as well coming through, scoring 2 great points. Aaron Kern scored 3, according to me. Might have scored more. There's a few more, although those keepers did well. I have to say the Crossmaglen keeper kept the game going for Crossmaglen. It was probably a big plus for Crossmaglen. It's great to see. But all the players in the middle of the park there, they're dancing along, they're dancing around. It's great to see it coming back to Crossmaglen.
And a special hello to Elaine Duffy and Mary Foley. They live in Westbrook, and there's a support Crossmaglen. They support Carcruppen, but their Crossmaglen colours are on them today. They were said they were going to the match, and they're enjoying the game here. So well done to Elaine and Mary. And of course,
yeah, we're just going through the possessions. It just goes to show you there's a breakdown of the stats there. Possessions 57-43 against for Crossmaglen. Attacks, Crossmaglen had 46 attacks against 33 for Ballymacnab. Shots again 36 for Crossmaglen, 29 coming back for Ballymacnab. The scores 24-16. Productivity 4%. But just even the kickouts were amazing. Ballymacnab kicked 14 and Cross won every kick out that they had, which was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, Crossmaglen came strong in the second half. The big players stood up. O'Neill come strong. Rian O'Neill, Oisin O'Neill, Stephen Morris, Johnny McKeever, wing half forward, Paddy Stutter. Young players, stood up.
Paddy Stutter, didn't mention him. Yeah, but fantastic.
Paddy Stutter and young McConville coming in. He scored 2 points.
Yeah, and Kyle Gallagher come up there. He scored 2 points in the corner as well. Sorry for Rory Grugan and those guys, because they do deserve something out of it. It's the first time they're there. I can't remember. John Morrison gave me some statistic that Cross have won this how many times, John?
Well, Crossmaglen. 29 times since 1960, of course, and as the man says, Crossmaglen are back. Well, what they do is they start from the very young age, and they put into all the young players that plays for Crossmaglen what's good about Gaelic football, and their senior players come along and they mentor and they manage at their underage levels, and of course even their minor team, Thomas Cassidy, who played for Crossmaglen for years, he's part of the management team. So we'll now go to the presentation.
He's not going to get it today.
The recipient of the Bill McCarry Memorial Trophy, presented by the Wolf Tones Club in Ballymacnab, is Rian O'Neill of Crossmaglen Rangers. The man of the match presentation will take place now. So we will ask one of the stewards to bring Rian O'Neill over for the presentation.
There's a photograph of Chinawan.
Yeah, you should have got it with his 2 children and his wife.
Yes, I set it up again.
Who is that guy who's taking it?
We have Rian O'Neill over for the presentation of the man of the match.
It's going to be hard to get a good photograph again. Yeah, this is going.
Get the next photograph and I give him rain. I cannot see.
Do you want to go over?
Can't go inside.
All right.
Don't over live.
You're right.
Right.
Just
I'll take him up this trip. Sorry.
Is Rain coming over?
Rian!
Just hold it there, I can't hold it there. Next sail off the cross.
Go on. Stay back in the way.
Rian, come on, get your uncle's cup.
Anish Karja from the Castle Tide, Packer Commonwealth Cone, Jennifer Casha, Corn Pemmican, Bill McCarry, our late and Rian O'Neill. Castle Tide, the chairman of Walcone presents the Bill McCurry Memorial Trophy to the man of the match, Rian O'Neill.
Turn around with that.
Now to finish from the Ahirna Pushta Conde Arwaha, Mickey Savage, from Jerry Fagan, our captain, the ring in the Prussia, Aaron Kernan.
First and foremost, I want to congratulate both teams on a marvellous spectacle here today. Two teams that come here to play football the way they should be played. I want to first of all congratulate both teams. I want to thank our sponsor, Crossmaglen Commercials, and we have Tommy here with us today, and we owe Tommy a great deal of gratitude for stepping in to sponsor our championships this year. So thanks very much, Tommy. I want to thank our stewards who have been here from 10 o'clock this morning. I want to thank them for a great job they've done all year and for steering all our championship matches. Well done that way, thanks very much. I want to thank our CCC for the great work they've done all season in preparing our pictures and bringing us to the conclusion here today. So a big thank you to all the members of our CCC committee. To our referee, Ollie, the Jamesmen and umpires, they're all in the great game. I want to thank them all very much. Unfortunately, these big games has to be a loser. Unfortunately, today, Ballymacnab, this will come a little bit short, but lads, you should hold your heads up very high. You came here, you laid in your boots, and you left nothing behind. You've had a marvellous season, you've won the decent pay for the first time in your history. I have no doubt you're a young, good football team, and you'll be back here very shortly. So well done, Ballymacnab, and congratulations on your season. Across the land, we're back again to you. 2-year absence when you communicated this season under the radar, when you streamed to the city lights, you certainly showed how focused have been played. And I want to congratulate you. You put on a great team performance, man for man, you played football the way it should be played. And I want to congratulate your managers and all the players, their families and others. And it is a great pleasure to present Jerry Fagan Cup to the captain of the Crossmaglen team, Aaron Kernan.
Saying that this is the greatest moment today, living out there. I know exactly how he feels now. This team started the season in a tough place where we've been written off by everybody. But that's the answer today. All these young boys, we've had the ability coming through underage, but we've learned the hard way the past 2 years. You get nothing for granted, or we take nothing for granted, and you get nothing easy, particularly in Armagh, no matter what people outside this country might say. It took them a few years to find their feet, but I think now we can start with something special for each bunch of boys. Us boys who have medals, it's not about us today, it's with all these young fellas who just after winning the award, they're first. This is their special game, this is for them, and I hope you enjoy every minute of it. I think these are a credit as a county board, and I wish a few more counties around the country Words is going to mean absolutely nothing, but I can guarantee you, as a group of players here, the journey doesn't stop, and I know for you it wouldn't stop. We will make the thing that we want, and we will represent our county with pure pride and distinction. It's not the end of the world, it's not the end of the year for us now, like it would have been for you, but I'd like the whole county to get behind us now, because the journey does not stop. We'll be back here in 2 weeks' time against the Tyrone champions, and we'll be representing the full county. Thank you. To our management team who just have come in this year, Donald, Keir, Francis and Mihal. This is something that can never be taken away from you now. You've come in whenever things were tough, but as the season progressed, we built through, and the bond between these players has got better and better. And I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming in whenever things were tough. There was 2 other men that started this journey a couple of years ago and gave all these fights their start. Majority of the start, and I started on making Shane and Young. This started 2 years ago, boys, the rebuilding process, and I hope you're happy members of this afternoon. To our sponsors, Barrow, Old Coaching, and everybody who supports us, thank you very much for your generosity and everything you do. We wouldn't be where we are without you and the fundraising and the effort you put in, so thanks a million. And finally, to these boys here, I want to see every man, woman and child in Crossmaglen, and anybody who wants a good day, I want to see us all back in the Rangers Hall, because I want them
Well, you're very welcome back to the athletic grounds here. Congratulations to Crossmaglen, Aaron Karen, very passionate speech there. And I have beside me here one of the 1968 winners, the midfielder, the legendary Michael Murphy. Michael, you're very welcome to live Armagh TV. Say hello to the wife over in England.
Hi, Anne. How you doing?
Hello, Anne. You can't see us here, but I'm sure
nice
you're hearing us.
And
of course, Michael, I just didn't realise this, that you were a member of Carl Cruppen at that time. I've been educated here. There was 4 Carl Cruppen players in that team, 1968.
There were indeed, yeah. There was Kieran Lewis, Gene Hughes, myself, and Peter Loughran, the late great Peter Loughran.
And of course, you played middle of the field.
I played middle field. My job was to catch the ball there and drop it in for Peter Loughran. Really, that was as easy as that.
And what was your memories of the game?
The game in Croke Park. Well, of the Ulster final, like it was great elation. You know, young lad, it was tremendous to win. You know, but I remember the disappointment at Croke Park too. You know, and we should have won. But
I remember Tom McCreast telling me the saddest place you'll ever be in Ireland is on a losing team in Croke Park after an All-Ireland final. I had a great chat with Tom several years ago and he was telling me that. But in relation to the minor team in 1968, Armagh had broken new ground winning the minor championship.
Broken new ground, yeah. And you got to pay tribute to all the people, all the hard work that went into that. You know, when I look back now, all the people from my own club, you know, I'm not going to name any names because I'll leave some out, but there were an awful lot of people put an awful lot of work into that. And also with the county, you know, Harry Hoy and loads of other
And Harry was to be here today, but
worked so hard,
he broke his leg yesterday.
Yeah, a bit of an accident with a golf cart.
You shouldn't be driving a golf cart recklessly around a golf course, Harry.
Yeah, go steady.
But Michael, to be here, what did it mean to you to be back here today? I know they had great difficulty in trying to locate you over this last while.
It was very emotional today. You might think to look at me, I'm not an emotional person, but a couple of times down there, sitting in the stand, I could feel my eyes watering. It really was, you know, there were flashbacks to coming here Tuesdays and Thursday nights and doing set drills up and down the pitch. There were no stands or anything like that then, you know, there was a changing room and that was about a pair of posts, that was about it. But yeah, a very emotional occasion.
And to
meet, really great day to come back.
To meet all the players must have been brilliant today.
To meet all the players was fantastic. To 50 years on, you know, asking some of them their names, but yeah, it was really great.
And of course,
you know, I'm really thankful, and we all were. We were all saying among ourselves what a great thing it was for the county board to do, and how thankful we are to them for the opportunity.
No, I think it's fantastic, and I do know I was watching you out there getting presented to the crowd, and you were loving every minute of it. You're meeting all the players, Dennis Stevenson, and all the lads, and even talking to some of them out there, they were still buzzing.
Oh,
it was like 1968 all over again.
Yes, yeah. Well, there were some stories starting to come out as well. You know, I think it's a good job we weren't together any longer. It might have got down to the real nitty gritty, you know.
But Michael, it has been fabulous having you here, and I know you're going back to England tomorrow. So, and I know, tell us, you did play again Armagh in the mid-70s as well.
I went to England. I played for St Brendan's in Manchester. I played for St Columkills in Leicester. I played for Warwickshire, and we played again. We won the All England, and we played against the winners of Division 3 of the National League at the time. 2 years, 1 year it was Armagh, and the next year it was down. So that was a treat too.
It was brilliant, and of course in Armagh from that time, that mid-70s team, they went on to play in the All-Ireland final in 1977.
77, yes, and then kept it on for another good while till they finally broke the duck, didn't they?
2002. But coming back here, Michael, to the athletic grounds, it's a fabulous stadium.
It's beautiful, yes. It's fantastic to see the development. You know, sort of when I'm home other times, when my mother was alive, you know, I came home quite a bit driving around the country.
And your mother, what age was your mother?
She was 106, yeah, she was 106. Wonderful woman, you know. And she was a football fanatic as well. In fact, she was a sports fanatic. I remember coming home one Saturday to see her. She was watching a football match sort of late afternoon. Had a little chat with her. She said, we enjoyed the moment. She says, I watched a bit of American football this morning. She said, and then there was a soccer match on. She said, I watched that. I'm watching this now. You know, she was really crazy about sport. And, you know, of course, she loved Gaelic football.
And, of course, I had the great privilege of meeting them several years ago during my work. And I walked into the house, knocked on the gun, and I spotted the Armagh team hanging on the wall. And it goes, strange to be seeing an Armagh team out here. And then I got the whole story, and she was very proud.
No, she was, yeah. She was a great woman.
Yeah.
Really wonderful.
Well, Michael, it has been a pleasure having you live on Armagh TV. Thanks a million. You've made our day. Safe trip back to England and to Loughborough, and tell your good wife Anne. Hopefully she got this little interview here, and it's great to speak to you, because when you say it meant so much to you, and you were very emotional out here. Fantastic Armagh County Board, and well done to them. It has been a pleasure having you here, and I can see the sparkle in your eye as you sit here and look out. So thanks a million, and maybe the next time you come home and there's a game on, maybe you'll come down here and we'll do this all again. So Michael Murphy from Armagh, 1968 to England and back again. Thanks a million.
Thanks
so there we
much.
have it, folks. A man from 1968 who came all the way over here to England, from England, to be presented here this evening. Loving the atmosphere, loving everything about the whole day here. Crossmaglen wins the senior championship. St Peter's wins the intermediate here, and now that brings the curtain down on our season here live on Linwood's Armagh TV. We have now completed the championship, and I have to thank all the lads here, Stephen and Catherine, Paul, Kevin and JJ and the whole team behind Armagh TV. Thanks to Brian Mallon, of course, for keeping us all right here, and thanks most importantly to everybody tuned in this afternoon. I know there's a few wee technical issues earlier on there, but such is life. Sometimes we don't make everybody happy, but we try our best. So thanks to everybody for tuning in, and we're not sure if we're going to be bringing you any of the Ulster Championship matches, but as the man says, keep tuned in and we'll keep bringing you live games until we do this all again. Thanks a million, and we'll see you all very, very soon.